I'm assuming it's some kind of like just small ass little open mic.
Shit.
Is that weed?
Huh?
Is that weed?
Wow. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude. Do they boo him at all?
They're stunned.
Dude.
They're stunned.
That's wow. That's cringe right there for sure. I bet if you're there though, it's funny because it's like it's just weird.
I think it's more of an inside joke for him and his homies.
Okay.
And that's why
it.
It's funny to them.
Okay.
They do not give a fuck about anyone in the actual theater.
All right. We're rolling.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they were aristocrats.
Welcome, fellas.
What's up? What's
Hey.
We got Saxo Maxo in here on his last day on the job. We thought it was fitting to give him his own podcast to remember him by.
This will be here forever, dude.
Where's that? Which one is it
for me?
I'm just trying to get you to say the
I had-
N-word on the
I had it
podcast so we
written
can
on.
cancel you.
Fuck. I don't know.
He can say it.
Anyway.
Yes.
No, so yeah. You ready? You ready?
Yes, this is fucking weird.
Oh
Being
yeah,
over
being
here.
being in one of those chairs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never had the
You're
camera
welcome.
pointed at me.
Looks good on you, my man.
Yeah, how you gonna man the chat?
Do what?
Yeah, how you gonna man the chat?
Oh, yeah.
No, fuck those guys.
So let's get right into it because I've been getting questions about it. Where are you moving? What's going on?
Moving to Salt Lake City, Utah. It was kind of a spare of the moment decision.
Spur of the moment.
Yeah. We've been talking about moving to Colorado or some shit like that. Just living in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah.
At some point in our life.
You and your super cool fiance Shannon.
Yes.
Did y'all get married yet? No.
Not yet. But I got to make sure she's cool still. But yeah, we'll find out when we get there.
I would think a residency in Utah will help peel back that onion a little bit.
Just be us two, nobody else.
Taking the dog or leaving him?
I guess we got to fucking take him.
Oh, Chad, dude.
No, that's my boy. But
You don't know no
yeah, I don't know. We just
What's the town that you're moving into? It's like south of Salt Lake City?
Cottonwood Heights.
Cottonwood Heights?
Yeah.
That just sounds rich.
Yeah, we definitely tried to find somewhere that's a good area.
Yeah.
Apparently the west side's a little
Yeah.
but yeah, we're like right next to the mountains.
It's beautiful in Salt Lake, man. Like when you're there, like you said, you've never been like physically been there, right?
I've never been there in
That's
my life.
fucking wild that you're straight up moving to a place that you've never ever even been to,
Ballsy for sure.
dude. Like, but no, Salt Lake's beautiful, man. Like the mountains right behind it are pretty badass. I've never got to spend time there at all, like in the mountains and shit. But it's nice. Ridden through there like 3 or 4 times, but
Yeah, it'd be different if I was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm moving to fucking Oklahoma, like
Yeah.
some bumfuck town. But
Oklahoma City.
it's kind of it's kind of like a given, you know. Salt Lake City, everyone knows that it's beautiful there. So
yeah, and you're not far from a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, Colorado is obviously right around the corner. You got Moab, and then you cut over. You're in California in a half a day.
yeah,
Roughly.
yeah, that's where we're gonna stop.
South Lake Tahoe, all that shit.
We're gonna try to make it to Moab the first day. Should be, I don't know, maybe like 16 hours, 17 hours, something like that. But yeah, just chill out there. Maybe get around like 7 o'clock and just fucking sit in a hot tub or something for the rest of the time.
What are y'all doing? Just taking a U-Haul behind your truck?
I'm pulling her car on a U-Haul trailer, and we're just stuffing all our clothes in her car, leaving the furniture behind.
Okay.
Just gonna get new shit when we get there.
So you're
Start
driving a U-Haul, and then she's driving.
No, I'm driving my truck, pulling her car behind me on a trailer.
And then y'all stuff just in the truck.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're using the
using-
fucking.
Going light. Packing
Using
light,
her,
huh?
Yeah, using her car to pack all our clothes and whatever we can.
That's cool. It's like a
test.
minimalistic kind of vibe. It'd be cool to like start over in a new place and like completely start over with like shit as
Yep,
well.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every time I would move into a new apartment or some shit, I'd always want to buy like new stuff for it. Like I never wanted to take the same dishes and all that type of shit.
And
because
we've never.
Unfortunately, I'm with Kyle. I'm rocking some of the same shit that I got when I was
Yeah.
like 19, hand-me-down stuff from family,
Yeah.
just because it still works.
Yeah.
My
Why
couch
get rid
is
of it?
decrepit, to say the least. But I still use it, and it's the most comfortable motherfucker ever. I have a dent in my bed that I lay inside of because it's just been there since life. Like, I could get a new bed, and I should, but
That's how my bed is.
yeah.
But
It probably needs to be
Yeah.
fucking burned.
we've
y'all taking the bed at least?
no.
That's one thing.
Fuck
Like
that bed.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
It don't cost that much. You can get you if you're under 30, you can get you a nice little $400 queen mattress type setup, and it's gonna be good. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm creeping on 40, and I'm starting to look at those $3,000
Oh,
mattresses.
trust
Like,
me,
man,
yeah.
I might have to finance this shit because
Yeah. If you really want to see how cool she is, just tell her to sleep on the floor for a while.
So that's what we're doing. I have a.
Okay.
I bought a fucking. I bought
Way
a.
ahead of
Fucking,
you.
Single in Utah.
I bought like a 3-inch fucking foam top for the bed.
yeah.
Like just recently. I'm like, we're just folding this bitch up and taking it. We're gonna sleep on this shit for a while.
That's awesome.
I just burned one of those in a burn pit. Shit goes up quick. We had that. Yeah.
Oh man,
Burned
no,
that in like 4 pillows.
That's also cool. Like doing it that way and just just kind of starting fresh, 100%. And you guys are both still young. You know, you still have, you're still in your 20s and whatnot. So
No children.
yeah, that's good, man. I'm fucking major jealous. Like I wish I would have made those kind of decisions at my age or at your age. Whenever said I was like, fathering children and shit like that. And
You got a gig lined up already?
I've got a couple. So one was the Harley there in Salt Lake City. Basically, they just want me to come in when I get there.
Yeah.
And we'll figure that out. But I also have some. I got signed up with a temp agency to get me just basically whatever. If it comes down to that, I'll get back into construction or whatever. But fuck, a lot of shit up there is paying pretty decent compared to down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like most shit starts out at like 28 an hour.
They have,
up
a,
there,
do they have a state income tax there?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why they
That's
pay
what
higher,
you're-
but
apparently the state income tax isn't as bad of a hit as like we probably think it is, being another tax. But I mean, most cities are like, you can if you have some skills, you can be able to get a job and like manage to eat and have shelter. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So what was the whole deal with the dealership though? Like, weren't you? What was the dealership up there that you were talking about? Are you still? Is that still on the table? Or you got to wait till you get there to actually sit down with them.
That's
and see?
a wait till I get there situation now. I guess it always has been, but they called me about my application and my resume, and they seemed like they wanted me to join.
Mm-hmm.
But
They'd be fucking stupid not to.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to tell them. But yeah, they.
What dealership is it? What's it called?
Fuck.
That's not a good sign, Sax. You should know.
Something mountain.
Eagle Mountain?
No. My phone's on the ground.
He said, "I'm gonna change your life."
But yeah,
as soon as I remember your name.
directly in downtown Salt Lake City. I know y'all
Okay.
said you stopped at one on your trip. but
Yeah,
that
we
was
stopped
the
on
other one.
Yeah, that was on. It was on the south side of town, the one we went to. But yeah, no, that sounds cool, man. What? So originally, when you brought it up, y'all said that it was going to be between Nashville and Salt Lake. Like, what made you decide on Salt Lake over Nashville?
Harley Davidson of Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but
Intermountain Harley Davidson.
Intermountain. Yeah,
okay,
that's the one.
Since 1984. It's been
Yeah,
Utah's premier Harley dealership.
Yeah, they seem pretty legit. But yeah, to your question, it started off as Colorado. It's been Colorado for like 5 years. And everybody knows that Colorado's fucking expensive. So we started looking at the surrounding states, Tennessee and fucking Salt Lake.
Great Valley, Colorado.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But
That was probably better
I
off,
don't
though. These bigger cities right now are just so
Colorado,
goddamn
I mean,
packed
Salt
right
Lake,
now.
if you really think about it on the map where it's located, it seems like a good satellite to Colorado.
Right.
You know, it's like it's got a good mix of like, you know, outdoorsy type shit if you're trying to hike and do all that kind of off-road shit. Plus it's I think a lot of BLM land there too, right? So like
Black Lives Matter?
no, Bureau of Land Management,
I'm
like
aware.
it's like open.
Yeah,
That's the joke.
But
yeah.
yeah.
I prairie dogged up. I was about to get mad as hell. I was like, what?
They got land?
Who gave him that?
That's not how this works. Yeah, dude, I'm looking at their page on Instagram. It doesn't look anything special. You'd be an asset to their team. They'd be dumb not to get you.
They'd be also dope if they
yeah.
gave you the opportunity to help them with their social media, because that's a lot of dealerships. That's like their biggest problem is
Yeah.
their social media game is weak as fuck.
I mean,
They better suck
I'm just
your
trying to
dick.
get my foot in the door somewhere and then eventually lead to that. If not, I mean,
Hear me call.
I'm sure it's your dream too to like do work with Harley Davidson, like the brand and not a fucking dealership.
And there is a part of it that working with Harley would be cool, but I feel like I'd lose any street cred I ever had if I actually worked with Harley Davidson, like Harley Davidson proper, like the actual motor company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't know, I'd have to get super PC and
You had to wear a button up
know.
with flames on it
yeah.
in an office
Oh
job.
man, it just I don't feel like it would be like working. You know, I don't know. I think some people, some creators, content creators, if you will, they have a vibe that fits the Harley Davidson narrative, and it just works. Like when I see fucking 2-Lane Life and all the stuff that they do with Harley, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a perfect fit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they've built such a YouTube presence and whatnot that they've already kind of got their content palatable for the Harley Davidson audience, if you will. So I don't know, but this shit that we do, like, it's not Harley Davidson approved. It's just not.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
I think we prove that just by doing what we do
It's-
in satellite relation to people that are
Yeah.
in the industry.
I thought it was weird that like they had that. I guess they flew all the not influencers, the YouTubers out to ride all the new STs on a track and everything with like Kyle Wyman and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God damn, like I didn't even get a fucking like, hey, we thought about you, but we decided not to let you go, like an honorable mention or anything. Like, what do you have to like? Some of these YouTube channels is weak as fuck, and I'm like,
But they're going to suck their dick.
oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? If there's
I just
anything
wanna
wrong, it's
complain.
like,
Yeah, you Snowdened them. They're not fixing you shit. You're public enemy number one to the
Yeah.
I
corporation.
helped that fucking bike sales out, dude. They're full of shit. I showed them how marketing is really done. They need to fucking thank me for that shit.
They're looking at you like Russia.
I thought you were gonna wear your Russia hat.
It's called a Nushankas, comrade.
Oh, you brought it. I got one of them.
Cue the national anthem. Dun, dun, dun.
fucking
Fucking canceled.
commie fuck.
Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked for you, man. It's gonna be dope. The being out there doing all that shit. Got the new ride to go to. So that way you're not like up there in the fucking in the fucking
Grand Marquis.
in the Marquise.
Yeah.
Dude.
You see what
All
Zach
up
said
in
up
the
there about the boom in the
slab,
truck?
baby.
Yeah.
Zach said my man pulled up.
Yeah.
He had the boom going, and I said, "Damn."
Yeah, that would have been some shit trying to make it there. And my
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit.
Hey.
If I was a cop and you drove, and I would
Put
always
some
pull
respect
you
on her
over.
name.
I would always pull him over in that car just because I know like he does something wrong. Like that car screams like I don't have my shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Especially since it was fucking all beat up.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that to it.
Do they come not beat up? Can you buy them that way? I feel like they're all just like.
Well,
wrecked.
so when Sean got it, it was fucking like, it sat in a garage. It only had like 30,000 miles on it. Just great condition. And then when he gave it to me, it had that big ass dent in the back. But it still ran good. I sold it.
When
I
he's
just
talking
sold
about
it
Sean,
for
Sean's one
$1,000.
of our local homies. If you did mushrooms at Fast Life Campout 4,
Allegedly.
thank Sean. Yeah, allegedly or whatever.
Fucking narc over here.
Dude, that shit's about.
Statute of limitations, bro.
Did y'all see our new
10 years.
our governor race that's starting to heat up? That apparently the Democratic one, if he wins, he's gonna make it legal for weed here.
No, he won't. He won't.
Do you think he won't?
No.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I don't even want it legal here, to be honest.
Did you see how
with
he's?
I like doing illegal shit.
you. Yeah.
See how he's trying to pander now because he's all of a sudden pro set 2A now,
What's set 2A?
Second Amendment.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the dildo that a few years ago was like, hell yeah, I'm going to take your AR-15s
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
else. And that shit don't fly around here, homie.
I think he realized that. He's like, no, guns are sick. I got one right here. Fucking drops the mag out and shit.
We were just in Oklahoma City
Pew
for
life,
the
am I right?
for the camp. You don't even have to go all the way to Oklahoma City for it. But
the Polaroid.
yeah, they've got for the Polaroid, they've got medical is legal in Oklahoma City.
Dude,
and
I feel
gonna
like
go
they have
recreational.
like they smoke so much weed up there. Like I've never seen like a. We got to RPM shop, right? They had cross joints rolled up. There was weed everywhere, and everybody was smoking weed. And I'm like, it just seemed like how it is when you first get your first Dyna and you buy all the parts for it and all the shit. It's like they just got weed legal there, and they just like went fucking full ham on that shit.
My dad rig's got a supercharger on it.
It's Polaroid was fun though. Speaking
Yeah.
of Polaroid, it was awesome. Again, shout out to Donnie and Ryan at RPM Designs. Dude, met a bunch of cool guys up there this weekend. It was fun. It was different. If you were at the last one, it was different as far as overall attendance, but man, this was just as fun in its own way. There's no shortage of stories that can't be talked about, and just wild nights from the first night at the casino all the way through Sunday getting home.
Well, I was trying to, the first night the casino was wild. I lost my wallet that night, and some lady from Missouri found it, and was just calling me like she found me on Facebook, of course.
Missouri.
Missouri. She found me on Facebook and was messaging me all night, and then she messaged my daughter and my wife like, "Hey, I'm trying to get a hold of him. I found his wallet." And so, like, I had $300 like cash in it, right? And when I went to go pick it up, I was like thinking the whole time, I was like, should I like give her $100 or something like that for finding my wallet? Like, should I? And I was like, the whole time, I was like, man, I really need that money right now, though.
Yeah.
And I ended up not giving her the money because they didn't seem like they needed it that bad. But man, it was a weird situation. I needed it more, and I'm thankful that they hooked me up. But I should have gave her $100 at least. That would have been the karma thing to do.
Yeah. Way to think about being cool.
And then, so I met the lady downstairs at the hotel to get the wallet, and then I started walking off thinking like, fuck, I should have gave her $100. And then they yelled my name, hey, Jace. And it was like her husband wanted to come say, hey, man, yeah, thank you. We found your wallet. We just want to make sure it got back to you. And I'm like, I think they were kind of expecting to get some money out of this deal. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I was like, oh, well, fuck y'all then. Like, if y'all expect it.
Instead, they give you $100. Here's $100.
Yeah, I
for
was
your
like, help
troubles.
me out. So
I dropped my wallet the other night at the bar after we all had dinner. We went to Charlie's. I dropped my wallet that night, and I was outside, just randomly did the pat down, realized I didn't have it, freaked out. And same thing, some drunk guy saw it on the ground, picked it up, gave it back to the bartender, and
nice. Got away.
shit like that is, yeah, dude, because what a pain. You can have all the credit cards. I'll go through the pain. It's the driver's license. The 6 months. Is it 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever you got to.
6 weeks, yeah.
6 weeks out, you got to make an appointment, and it's fuck that. It's
shit.
just such a pain.
You do it
in the ass.
online.
Yeah, just
But
do it
it's a
online.
pain in the
dude.
dick.
Every time I've tried to do it online, it's sent me, because I had to do it once. I lost it once during COVID, and I had to go, and it was a motherfucker.
Got priors.
No, just I have to go every time. I've never lost it where I could do it.
I guess I have never lost it. I just always had to do the renewal, and I just do it online.
Yeah.
But
Well, how was Sax? Last month you went up to Insta Having Kyle's to film that bike. Like, how was that whole situation? Like, going up there, shooting the bike. I know you had some nerves because like the first time you really like put on the spot to do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so I was coming off of fucking COVID, and the fucking dude, I had 4 flights in 2 days, and that shit sucked. Like, because they had overlays each flight, and
So you didn't go like directly to Missouri?
no. Fucking,
No.
I fucking flew from here to Chicago, and then from there to Missouri. And so from when I got to Chicago, I had like a 4-hour layover,
Oh fuck!
and I took a nap,
Uh-huh.
and I slept through my fucking flight.
Done in Vegas.
That's like the Jones was saying this last night. That's like a Sax thing to do. You know what I mean? Jones was saying last night. He's like, I bet
Fuck
Sax
Jones.
isn't even gonna make it to the bike night because he's gonna get a flat tire at his own bike night tonight.
Fuck Jones. I,
that's the consensus.
but no, I woke up. I still had like 10 minutes until, to board the plane. It's like, all right, started packing all my shit up. I was charging my laptop, packed it all up. I walked over there, and they fucking closed the door to the gate. And I was like, fuck. So I went up and I like knocked on the door. Nobody answered. And I'm just like looking around, just like, shit. And I'm just staring out the window, and there's my fucking plane. And it literally takes like another 45 minutes to leave. And I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. But,
there was nobody at the gate still that you could, hey, that's my plane.
no.
Yeah.
He's like, look out the window and sees the pilot just flipping up for 45 minutes straight.
I fucking ran to the other gate, and I was like, hey, I'm supposed to be on this plane right here. And he was like, sorry about you.
So how'd you get that resolved? Did you?
I went to the next one, and I was like, hey, I fucking missed my flight, like, by fucking 10 seconds. And he's like, oh, I got you, and booked me the next flight. But the other guy was a fucking dick.
Yeah, I think airline employees are always, it's a flip of the coin. I've had some that could give a fuck less, and I get it, because, you know what I mean? When everything's an emergency, it's always, you have a tendency as the worker to go, okay, fuck it, what up? You're not going to die.
Yeah.
And I've had some really great ones that I feel like helped me out. I've been stuck in Canada before trying to get back because of weather and things like that. Overslept, missed a flight. Mm-hmm. I think RD had a similar thing going to Arizona, wherever he picked up that truck. He said he showed up to the gate a couple minutes late, and they'd already closed the doors. And
Could you imagine being full in a plane and then you see RD come around the corner?
Oh, excuse me.
Just fucking like every time he steps, you feel the plane shake. Not because he's fat, because he's a big motherfucker.
he's a big
Goddamn Goliath.
He's a goddamn
beast. He's a beast.
he's a maniac.
I got one $2,000 too at the casino.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
at
That dude's got the
Polaroid.
best luck in the world. He really does. Not with.
no oil filters or oil pumps or whatever went out on that truck, but yeah, RD's a good dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, Kyle's place was sweet.
Shop's huge, man.
Dude, fucking
It looks so
badass.
Yeah.
Kyle, you've been there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think it's,
he's got it set up.
Set
and
up fucking right.
He's not even near done with it.
Yeah.
either,
And you
'cause
see his
he's
other shop, the one across with
I
all
didn't
the
go
paint
with
stuff.
his house. Yeah.
So he has the caddy corner from the big shop. He has the one where he has all the where it's kind of got to be the paint shop
Yeah.
whenever he gets
He's
around
got
to
a
that.
booth in
So,
there, and yeah, but he's got like a whole. It's the second floor, but in between that, he's got like another, like floor where he puts all his shit. Mm-hmm. But then upstairs, it's basically an apartment. Mm-hmm. And
I think that's where
it's
Steve's
huge.
going to be staying.
Yeah,
So
Makes
But,
sense.
yeah. He has a bunch of like racks up there right now, so it looks like he's just got a fucking huge ass room full of bunk beds. And we all
Some
tested.
barracks.
Yeah, we tested it out. We could you could fit like 40 people up there.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
he's got the setup, man, and I don't know. I love it out there. I just wish that like if I was gonna move here, I just don't think I can move any further east. Like I could only feel comfortable moving west somehow.
That's why I chose Salt Lake over Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's some cool people out in Tennessee, and, you know, there's still shit to see out there. But everything that I've heard or seen is that the further west, the better. So that's why I went with Utah.
It gets like scarce. Like it gets to a point when you go west. Like if you say like you live in Dallas and you want to move west, you have to go 1,000 miles really to hit another decent sized city to, you know, be in, right? It's like Phoenix, you know, Denver, Albuquerque, but let's be real, like, I don't know if I'd do Albuquerque. And then you got Salt Lake City, and then you got Vegas, and then everything in California. That's it. We got to talk about going east, like you got Little Rock, St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, fucking Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga,
Yeah.
all the shit down south. Like there's cities every fucking 150 miles that are big and big enough for you to run a business out of or have opportunities, right? Not going west. That shit gets far in between. So it's like, I think that's why certain cities become so expensive, because people do want those bigger mountains, those bigger vistas and shit like that. And you gotta, you know, you just gotta pay for it basically to go west. So I don't know. I'm stoked. We got any more of these?
Yeah.
I need some more of these. I'm stoked. I wish we could just pick up and move, but like I said, children.
Shoot that his way.
I only got one more kid left, and after that kid grows up, then I feel better about moving. You know, like it's just like, yeah, I can move now, and then I just have to, you know, fly my son, blah blah blah. But it's already hard enough, like not being able to see him as much as I'd like to, and things like that. So when you think about it's like he'll really fucking hate me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he becomes an adult, he's like, oh, you left and went to fucking have a better life out there or whatever and shit. You know, I don't know. I don't want to fucking deal with that stuff. So I don't know. So what do you think? You're gonna be able to make it back to the camp out and that type of shit,
that's
or
the
what?
first thing I'm letting my employer know, is that I need these days off. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
So
Tell them that someone's gonna die that day.
yeah,
Coming out funeral.
We're planning it.
Do you know,
hopefully not.
Do you know any dudes out there or know of any guys as far as guys to ride?
I know
scene?
there's a good scene out there. I don't know if y'all follow that Dinah Dave guy, but
Sounds familiar.
he's pretty cool on the internet from what I've seen. But yeah, there's a lot of cool cats out there, like stunt wise.
That's where the first Bell Brawl was in Salt Lake City there. So
Yeah.
Find some new best friends.
And there's
Yeah, fuck us.
we get it.
We'll go fuck ourselves.
We don't have mountains.
J Utah,
yeah, see,
Wood Green,
Yeah, whatever it is.
FXR.
Yeah. There's a. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
you got.
FXR guys aren't gonna hang out with you, dude.
you're not cool enough.
Well,
Yeah.
he was a Sportster guy before he was an FXR guy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's dope. But you have Tucker Speed up there in Ogden.
It's like 45 minutes north.
I'm sure that you'll be able to find a way to still kind of like try to create the content stuff that you were trying to do with like the video shit and everything.
Yeah.
Plenty of places. I mean, those dealerships could use the help because I didn't even know any of them existed. They haven't done a good job on their social media shit. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I think everyone's still just relying on the old cats.
I'm trying to stay away from doing weddings and all that boring shit.
yeah,
I did it for practice. It's done. I'm not like fucking top tier
doing like the
videographer.
wedding videography shit.
Yeah, I just did that just to have it under my belt. But
It'd be good practice, but man, that's a lot of pressure and weight.
fuck yeah, it is.
Like doing wedding shit. Like
You get
like saying
one shot.
if you got married and if you got married
Fuck out of here.
and you said, hey man, can you shoot my wedding? I'm like, I'll definitely come shoot, but don't pick me as like the only photographer.
Yeah.
Like pay somebody else to get the good shit and I'll see if I can fucking fluff it a little bit with some other shit. You know what I mean? So
Other photographers, just me with a cell phone.
Yeah.
what's up? First time?
Oh
shit.
Oh, we got some fucking comments going in this motherfucker, huh? They're having a whole comment. They ain't even listening to us. Making plans and shit next week.
Beer me, Kyle. Please, sir.
Slow down, dude. We're getting up like last night.
Dude, that was a fun bike night last night.
I just got here and he's like, "Did you take me home last night?"
Yeah,
It was one of those 1:30 leaving bike nights for me.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
If you look at the bike night stuff on, like, I've had people go, "Oh man, y'all's bike nights look so fun." That was a good one last night.
Yeah,
That
it
was.
It's not like that
you've
every
done a
week,
couple
but
really-
been a while.
you never know when it's going to have one of those like
Yeah.
pop off nights.
That was a good combination of your kind of going away thing, good weather. I think people just had blue balls from having some rough weather in February, and yeah, that was one. Like I said, if you've ever
Literally
seen the
last
reels
week,
you've done that
it
make
was
it look
icier.
awesome, that last night was one of those.
Well, like you were talking about that before we turned the mics on about how like, because we were on the same page of just like being like blah with motorcycle shit, right? And then all of
yeah.
a sudden, I've been feeling the same way that you said earlier, like how like all of a sudden now you're like, fuck, man, I'm ready to get on the bike
Yeah.
and get rolling. You know what I mean? Because I know you got to do a couple things to yours. And
Yeah, I'm motivated
both
now
mines are
where
down.
I haven't given a fuck about it since
Yeah.
September. That now I've got the itch. Part of it's probably the FOMO. FOMO starting to kick in or hit or whatever you want to call it for Daytona.
Yeah.
Really, really wish I was there. Hope everybody has a great time. Get wild, but be safe, have fun, and yeah, that's it. That probably that and the camp out being coming up all of a sudden. 66 days. That's
not that far,
That's not
yeah.
far at all.
Yeah.
And that's really got the juices flowing again.
Yeah, just
and then
gotta
we've got
do
our
it.
big trip. That's the I've got kind of taking in the shorts from some people. I'm not going to Daytona, but I've 3 weeks off for this big trip. 104 hours of as far as time off, and it kind of wipes me out after I've now got enough for the camp out saved, and I've got like 2 days after that. I can't. So I'm just trying to crew more, and I want to make which we've talked about that. But I
Yeah,
want my
it's-
back end of the year to probably be a little heavier than the front end is going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just got a couple things to do with my bike. Just like,
Find one?
buy it. and, but
You're working at Harley. Don't they give them you for free?
And so there's got to be a
That'd be
little.
nice.
There's got to be a little bit of clean slate, good feeling. Yeah, I'm sure you're excited to get on one, but it's your call. You know what I mean? You're not locked into anything.
yeah, and it's probably not going to happen, but I'm really shooting for having one before the camp out, but we'll see. I got my income tax. We're going to get there. If money starts flowing sooner than later, I'll be able to save that and not have to spend it.
Yeah.
And then that's going towards a bike.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Do your thing, man. They'll be there. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If
No-
not,
no
I'm
reason to
fucking.
stress.
I'm flying into Texas and I'm riding somebody's.
Yeah, somebody will let you ride their bike for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mark's unfortunately, Mark from Lexin's riding my Dyna. I would have gave it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. You can ride Jesse's girlfriend's bike because neither one of them ride it.
I don't think. Yeah.
What?
She has a Sportster. Jesse's chick.
Oh,
It's a shelf.
Jesse's old bikes are
staying
staying
away
away
from
Should buy that
Sportsters.
one.
Dude, that's a funny story. Maybe I should let Jesse tell it one day about his bike. He swindled some dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I sent him a picture. I saw it on Facebook Market. That guy was selling it.
Not long after, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just like a
Like a week or something, a month or something.
maybe like a month ago. I saw it on there.
Yeah.
This bike is
Yeah.
so sick. This bike sucks. That's about how fast that went. I feel bad, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
I had some dumbass kid bought it.
And
Didn't know
just
what
like
he was
that,
buying.
somebody else got into boats.
Hey,
Fuck out
throttling
of
it.
here.
Trey City.
Oh, Trey's got that fucking new. He won that FXR.
Hey.
What was that?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
What was that FXR? Where did he
Trey
win that
coming
from?
in.
What was
I
that?
don't know.
son.
I haven't actually.
Trey, tell us where you won that fucking FXR from. What was the?
Was that an Easy Rider?
No, it
Trey's on
wasn't
his way
Easy
to
Rider.
Daytona.
He is.
Yeah, he's
That's
he's
right.
trailer in the FXR down there. He's
I
probably
know.
watching this while driving. That's
Clay-
unsafe.
Clay offered to let me ride his Dyna, but I think he was talking about Sturgis. He's planning to do some like pretty cool shit to that Dyna, like complete rebuild, like paint job, everything. He said from what he said, it's gonna look pretty dope. But
Yeah, he made a comment today because I posted pictures of that bike. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to get this dyno together so you can take some fire-ass photos. Like, well, these photos are good because I painted the bike. So, I don't know how it's going to look with your paint on it, bro.
Cold.
That's fucked.
Faster FXR.
Nice. No, that fucking FXR got's clean as fuck.
That
Lowrider.
Raffle's awesome. Dope
Yeah.
FXRs too.
Man, I don't know.
He said, "Get it, Gary." Were they in
Hit
Salt
up
Lake?
Gary. Yeah.
Right on.
Congrats to Trey too. That's if you don't know, Trey's a homie of ours who's Road Glide special.
Yeah.
Got stolen. What? a few
Right
months
after
ago?
Sturgis, basically. Like,
Yeah.
like September, because he was supposed to be going to the down south camp out with us and everything, and it ended up getting stolen like a week before.
So yeah, he had a bike stolen, and just like insurance, everything else took a while to get it all done. But he's got a new one. It's getting stuff done to it. But yeah, that's karma. I guess a karma payback or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Get your bike stolen and win an FXR a few months later. I'd take it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've entered in a few raffles for bikes. Like, well, I wrecked mine. Maybe somehow, some way it'll work
You
out
have
in my
not
favor.
got that luck, bro.
And I just fucking wasted
not have it.
$200.
Dude, that was me.
What
all
you need to do is
2020.
get RD, give RD
I was
$100
entering a
and let him
raffle
put his
every
name
other
in
week.
there.
I felt like I didn't win shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. But no, I'm excited, man. We've had 70-degree days yesterday, today. It was fucking beautiful outside today.
Yeah, it was.
And the whole fucking time I'm just like, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to do this. And so I'm motivated to get my personal shit done. And just the weather plays such a bigger role in my mood now. I don't know. It's a weird one. I wonder how people like deal with it when they live up in like the Pacific Northwest. I know it's like the suicide fucking place of the world or some shit like that.
I mean, I'd actually like to Snopes that or whatever, because I feel like that's kind of urban legend.
Oh, yeah. Well, they say, it's supposedly because it rains so much there that it's always bad weather for the most part, so you don't have as much sunshine and people get depressed a lot more.
But that's also kind of been debunked.
It
So
has.
they get the most rain, but it'll rain for like an hour, and then the rest of the day, then the sun will come back up, just like
I thought
it
it
does
was Florida.
here. Huh?
I thought that was Florida.
Well, no, but in Seattle it does a lot
Okay.
too, where it doesn't rain all day every day for like 4 months, like everybody thinks it does. They get rain every day a lot of times, but again, it'll be where it all of a sudden it kind of gets overcast, it rains, and then it kind of clears up. And, it turns out to be a nice day, so it's not as depressing and just doom and gloom. And
Yeah.
as like I said, I think that's just one of those things where I feel like that's the magazine on the back of the toilet, like everybody kind of knows, one of those misnomer things, like people
okay.
asking you if
I
you
heard that's why
ride
Kurt Cobain killed himself.
if you ride a horse if you ride a horse to work. Just 'cause you
Well,
live in
maybe
Texas.
to that same notion, it's like the fact that like a lot of the northeastern folks, they get that I guess it's cabin fever, right? Where they're just like ready to get out and ride, and that's why Daytona's so popular. But they've been stuck in the house, and I feel like this last 2 winters, we've had a little bit more harsh of a winter here in Dallas, to where you get that fucking like, I'm ready to just get out on the fucking bike. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like looking at everything that's on the fucking map. Like you did that big dates of every event going on.
List of everything.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, like I want to do all that shit. The quickest things that are coming up, I want to do all of it except for Daytona. Like, just get out on ride. And that's what I'm trying to
Are
hurry
you
get
going to
this-
hit up HTX? Their bike night this week, this year?
I plan on it, yeah, because it's going to be like the middle of April.
Yeah.
April 16th or something like that. But the only thing is, like, I do want to go to Fandango. I've never been to that, so I want to go to
wanna go
that,
there
and I think
too.
it's the same
I'm planning on going to
range.
Fandango too.
I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
So-
I think you have it.
As far as that list goes, that is a running list. Again, that's nothing official. It started off and it was a conversation amongst us about campouts and people. We bust balls about people starting campouts. Well, I decided, where are all these campouts actually going to? So I set it on a map and I numbered out where everything is, which led to the point where if somebody's really looking to get something going, Colorado is the one spot that is the shit to be at, but there's nothing going on as far as a camp out or something cool like that. You've got 2 or 3 of them northeast that are stepping on each other's toes as far as dates are, like back-to-back weekends, and they're not too far from each other.
Yeah, they need to
and
learn-
that's cool that
they
they
can
have options.
collaborate,
And,
yeah.
life can't. But it's one of those things where it just kind of mucks it up a little bit over there, and the map of seeing where everything is. then led into let me just start writing down what's going on and where. So if you have something, if you know of something, because I know there's a couple campouts that I just don't have memorized that are fun, that I've, I think more chopper stuff that I just can't think of. But if you know something, shoot me a message on Instagram or whatever, and I would love to add that, because especially on the Quaint Zone, as we do it monthly, I would like to kind of at least give a reminder on the stuff that's
let people
upcoming.
know what's coming.
But yeah, that's not an official. It's not a closed list. Keep sending me stuff and figure it out. I just want everybody to have as much information as possible.
Yeah,
I mean, it definitely helped out because nobody else fucking put a list like that together.
It was thorough. It was good.
That opened a lot of people's eyes to.
That's what happens
a lot
when
of
the
events.
systems go down at work, and I literally couldn't do work, and it just kind of started as a
Snowballed,
little thought. And
You do that almost every year too.
Yeah,
right?
I like to, because I like to know what the options are. It's so easy to think you've got a million other things that, I'll catch it later, and all of a sudden you may not be able to catch it later.
Mm-hmm.
And why not now? You know what I mean? There's too many weekends where people are sitting around not doing something, and you could. You know what I mean? It's you have to put a little into it. You got to invest a little bit, but man, that's the shit that if you're not really doing it, then if you're not interested in that, I don't have anything else to tell you. If me doing a little bit of research helps you because, like, I don't know, you're too lazy to do it, then I'm happy to help. Like I said, I can't answer every question in the book for you, but I can compile information that's out there.
I think it'd be really dope to, like what you were just saying about having something on. I'm really not doing well with these cameras today. I don't know what's going on. I'm tripping. I guess it's because you're in the room. I'm like nervous. I'm like, that's the wrong button.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
And there is a
It's your
Four
trigger
Corners
finger.
rally in Colorado.
I'm just not into that Four Corners rally aspect. Like,
I don't know much about it. I'm just saying there's one.
I would rather do like a camp out esque kind of vibe for that, and less of the vendors and all the shit that they. And I haven't been to it, so I don't want to be such a judge of it. That just from all the other people that's gone, it's like people that do go that aren't like influencers or no. The people that go that are not influencers, like, this shit was weak as hell. And the people that do go that are influencers, like, oh, it's the best time ever. You got to come next year. You missed out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. The consensus of this event is not, like, across the board. It's, like, one or the other. You know what I mean?
What about up north? I mean, has anybody even been to that yet?
Well, it's always, like, right before Sturgis for us. And it's not like on the way to Sturgis. It's
I think they did it in
It's July
June or July.
No,
right?
it's July
14th through the 17th in Interlaken, Michigan.
So to do a 1,000+ mile trip for us now, 2 weeks before we do a 1,000+ mile trip to Sturgis, it's tough.
And that again, that's
a month after we
that's-
did it.
That's on the heels.
5,000 mile
weeks.
trip.
Just 3 weeks after getting back from a 3-week fucking trip to the Pacific Northwest. So
it's
like I
hard,
said,
man.
I love those dudes up in the Ohio and Michigan area, but I just don't see myself make it to their campouts this year for the same reason I said before.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see some of those, like you said, like there's so much concentrated out east.
And girls. I love those dudes and girls because there's girls up there doing stuff.
It'd be nice to spread it out some and not have it like you said, like a camp out within a couple hundred miles from each other. And then all these events that are within a couple hundred miles from each other, like I think a lot of people on the East Coast need to go ride west more. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of East Coasters, they got fucking the Smokies, they got the Appalachian stuff there, great riding, great shit, but they still need to go see what that shit's like over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they just need to do that. And maybe, a guy was hitting me up earlier on Instagram, and he was talking about coming to the camp out from New York, and he's like, yeah, man, I really want to come to your camp out over, like, the ones that are going to be down the street. And I'm like, those are easy to go to because they're down the street. But the one that you ride the furthest to is the one that's going to, like, you're going to really feel like you earned this party, this event, this thing, right? For us here in Dallas going there, like, it's close for us, but we're all kind of the hosts of the situation. So it's a little bit of a different thing for us,
The one that inspired the ones down the street is the one you need to go to because don't ever get it twisted. They all started because of this one. We're not the first ones to do campouts, but everything that's going on now, our scene, the campouts are going on because of this.
Yeah,
it just is what it is. I'm not copycat. do your own thing, but this is the one that inspired them all. So come to this one.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, like the things that inspired this camp out were it was Giddy Up. It was John Jessup pulled one off in Northern Cali back in 17, I believe, I think it was 18 he did it. And it, you know, he kind of tried to put a whole camp out together, and he from what I remember, he did a good job, but it just didn't get as much people to it as he was hoping. And I was like, man, let's try that shit here. And so a lot of our camp out has its
Got a
inspirations.
reputation. Yeah, and
You know?
it's got a reputation, and there's enough people that have come from over 1,000 miles and sworn by it, and are going to keep coming.
Yeah.
And if it was a restaurant on Yelp, it'd have nothing but great fucking reviews. You know what I mean?
Well, that one chick probably is not going to be too happy.
Can't please everybody, but no, it's bona fide, it's solidified, whatever certified, whatever word you want to put on it. This one's not going to suck. It doesn't, like, you're guaranteed a good time. The time you're going to have is up to you, but everybody's going to be there. It's the one that, like I said, the other ones I feel like it's hit or miss, and so
I think that when you start going to the smaller events, like not just, I guess the campouts is what I'm talking about, but all the Polaroid, and let's see, I know there's some other shit like the Houston Dynacrew shit that they got going on. These smaller events, like you just feel like you're a bigger part of its existence. And when you go to the rallies, like, don't be wrong, I love Sturgis, that's my shit, but I don't feel like I really help or take away from Sturgis, and I guess maybe my ego's involved because I want to feel like my presence or our presence helps make something great or better or fun. But at the same time, it's like Sturgis is just such a massive thing that like it's like it doesn't need me to do anything. It just I need Sturgis. Sturgis doesn't need me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, your presence is a lot more powerful, and it means a lot more at a smaller event, because I mean, literally, it sounds dumb, but you don't show up and those things don't happen. And you know, like I said, just you and a handful of homies make something. It just adds so much more to it than, yes, and you're right, than a Laconia, a Sturgis, or something. That's going to happen regardless of you. A Daytona, they're good. They're going to be fine if you sit this one out. But it's the little ones that really, you know, that's what it's all about. An extra 5-10 people makes all the difference in the world for stuff like that. And those are the ones you get a better chance to meet people, talk to people, and the relationships.
Have some good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fandango is April 1st through the 3rd, and then HTX is 2 weeks later.
Okay, that's not bad then. Yeah. That'd be fun. I want to do Fandango. It just sucks because I'm actually going to go ride down to the Hill Country area as soon as I get this Dyna done, like the end of this month. Just me and my wife. She's going to drive. I'm going to ride the bike. We're going to go camp alone somewhere and then hop and go ride around the bike together and just kind of just fucking check out, you know what I'm saying, for a weekend. And I'm fucking so excited for that shit because I just want to ride somewhere nice, not to from here to Strokers thing, you know what I mean? And, you know, just get out there and camp. Because camping has changed for us a lot. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about all the times that we've camped, I know that, like, you guys didn't get to do the first trip with us where we camped in, like, Big Sur and Monument Valley and all this crazy shit. But, the early campouts and the Simpson campout and fucking that shit, it was, like, such a small thing. And now it's turned into, like, every time we pop a tent somewhere, it's like a fucking Woodstock. You know what I'm saying? So just this solo, me and my wife, tent camping, hanging out, having fun. I'm like I'm very like excited for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like how we talked about how like when everybody leaves the camp out, staying there on Sunday or I don't know what. Let's talk about that. So you know, just that, whatever. You know. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
Kyle's about to fall asleep over here.
I'm good, dude. I'm chilling.
You look like...
So what you did, you
chilling.
did bike night till 1 a.m. last night or something like that?
Yeah, I think I left at 12:30. Fucking dropped Jaden off, got home, because it's a 45-minute drive home, and I got home probably about 1:30, fucking showered really quick. I probably went to bed at 2, and woke up at 5:30 for fucking work. And it was a long fucking day. But your boy's rallying. You can tell right now. I'm not
Energy
slouching.
level is low.
Dude, you're
Low.
lying.
You ever notice, like, do you have, like, that thing you do whenever you start getting sleepy? Like, I start rubbing my head. Not that one. This one. Like, I start
Driving
doing
up
this
the
shit a
road?
lot. I start going like that a lot. And
I don't have any. I just, dude,
Probably yawning. I think
eyes burning.
the one thing
Yawning.
that you do when you get
Yeah,
tired.
like the universal signal for it. That's probably the one I do.
Yeah.
Jaden just disappears.
I get a
He
boner.
leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll,
Tired.
oh,
Get a
I'll dip out on you for sure.
That's how I know I'm sleeping. Ooh, I must be tired. I need to go
Oh,
take a
time to
nap.
go to bed.
I need to take a nap.
Kyle, so what's up with your bike? You got getting chromed out or what?
Polishing that nickel plating. I thought it was chrome, but it was. I found out that it was nickel plating, and then I was like, "Fuck it, we'll go with that anyways." But it's just gonna be polish up the wheels and then chroming out floorboards that my machinist gauge or the Power Vision mount, and then little odds and ends, calipers and whatnot, and then Carol's building the front end for me. Nice little Nix 22s and a
Yeah.
set of those nest lowers. So it's just
When
been
you go,
playing the waiting game.
When you go pick it up, you down to spend the night with Donnie and make a.
I thought about doing something like that, unless more than
you
likely
say
he'll
that
come
you-
down to meet us in Denton.
Who, the dude?
Yeah, old Gus. Yeah, he'll probably come meet us in Denton. That's what he usually does. He takes parts down to people in Texas, and that's how me and Kano went up there and met him at the dealership there.
Maybe Donnie could get him and come down all the way and stay here for the weekend.
I mean, either way.
I just want to keep
A reason to go up there?
Yeah, I just want to keep hanging out.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Oh, for sure, dude. Shit. There's many ways
I was
we can
just
swing that.
already thinking that. I was like, if you go up there, I want to go up with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Make a run.
Yeah.
I hit the head real quick, boys.
I gotta piss so bad too.
Dude.
Every
Sucks being a
Tuesday,
camera.
Zach Pearson.
Hurry up. At
every
least you don't have
Tuesday.
this fucking boot anymore.
Yeah.
Took him forever to get up and down.
What
the
was his
stairs.
name that asked about the bike night up there?
Zach Pearson.
Zach Pearson. Yeah, we do a bike night every Tuesday
Reno's
at
Chop
Reno's 7 till whenever. So if you ever want to come out, come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Come on back.
So what is the what kept you from moving to Colorado so long? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was it not possible for you to make that move over the last 5 years?
Because I'm a piece of shit and I was on probation. And
He's just a boy. You don't know
I
no
did.
better. He's just a boy.
yeah, I was just a boy.
Have you been on
I
probation like most of your 20s?
Yeah.
Can't you tell by his burglar hat, dude?
Yeah, dude. I fucking.
You the sticky bandits or the wet bandit burglars?
the wet burglars.
The wet burgles.
Yeah, I just, fucked up. Had some drugs on me, and I ran from the police.
By foot?
Nah, in my Camaro. They couldn't prove that it was me that ran, but my fucking shit was like smoking when they found me. He was like put his hand on my hood and was like, "Oh, it was you." It's like, no, it wasn't.
Dude.
Oh, that sucks.
It was car feel like it was running like a rape date.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in this random person's driveway trying to figure out where I'm going.
Just contemplating my life.
Yeah.
So you ran from a cop and then just pulled into a driveway?
Dude, we're going down these curvy roads out in the country, and, he was coming this way, I was going this way. I was doing like 90. He flipped his lights on. I took off.
Yeah.
And I'm real bad about that. But, but yeah, I left him. He was nowhere behind me, so I pulled into a neighborhood, turned a couple streets, pulled into somebody's driveway, killed my car. And somehow this motherfucker found me.
Wow.
Like 10 minutes later, I was just about to turn my shit on and leave, and he fucking hit me with a spotlight. That was it. Fucking 5 years
He's a
felony
detective,
probation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I always think about that skit from Dave Chappelle when he was like hanging out with the white dude, and he's like, "Dave, I'm gonna race him." I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
That's Chip. That's his buddy Chip.
Chip. Oh man, but yeah, so you finally got our probation. I know that was a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
and
got off probation in November. I've been saying it since, because we tried looking for shit in Colorado. And
Damn, boy.
I asked my probation officer, I was like, can I transfer? And he said no.
wow.
Yeah, I could only transfer if I was moving to Dallas, a surrounding
Like another
area.
county?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't move out of state.
Oh, that sucks.
So, yeah, we just waited. And then by this time, it's even more expensive to live there. So we just said, fuck it. We'll just go visit if we really want to.
Yeah, it's one of those deals, man. Like I said, it's a perfect opportunity. This timing, it's for us. I mean, we're not when you brought it up, we're like, what? That's dumb. And then it's I'm fucking jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's you never, I don't know, if you don't jump sometimes and do some shit like that, you'll always kind of regret the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, I preach it all day long, but at the same time, I don't practice it as much as I wish I did, Maybe on a smaller scale, hey, fucking do that event you keep thinking about going to, or pull the trigger on that bike, or go meet up with those guys that do the bike night or some shit, right? But the scary thing about moving is just the starting over aspect, and the change for me, change is something that I regularly need it to happen. I need things to change to remotivate me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But completely changing your entire surroundings, where you wake up, walking out of your house every morning, there's a fucking mountain right there. I'm where the fuck am I? Because in Dallas, we don't have that shit.
Yeah.
Well, just you have to use GPS. You have to plug in your phone to go get water
Anything.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. The grocery store, where nothing is
Yeah.
until you learn it, until you figure it out.
I think that's the cool part.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the trip there, hoping that something doesn't go wrong, with the truck, or the fucking car doesn't come off the trailer rolling down the highway. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Hear me, Carson.
I'm excited to start over, and I'm not worried about my friends, because y'all ride motorcycles. We ride. Y'all are all over the country every year, and I can easily meet y'all places.
9 of us hanging out in fucking Saxon's apartment.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck it.
I've got a brother actually in
Yeah.
in Utah. I'm not exactly sure where he lives. I need to.
You got what in Utah?
I have a brother that lives in Utah.
Oh, no
so
shit.
That's already been he had a kid. I don't know, a year ago. He's a fucking baby. So
You disowned him?
No, huh? No.
I didn't know you had a brother.
So that's kind of on my list. I wouldn't mind getting out there, say, go see him and the kid, and just, I don't know, go check in on him or whatever. So this just gives me another reason to do it.
Yeah, I know y'all are passing through on your big trip, and it's, from what I remember, I think you showed me the schedule. It's going to be a Wednesday and Thursday or something.
Yeah, it's midweek. Be perfect.
So, yeah. I'll try to
Go grab a beer or something.
I'll try to add on a room to my apartment. It's just a 1-bedroom, so
You don't want us all there.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. Shannon doesn't, but he does.
It'll be all right. Somebody can sleep in the bed with us. Make more room.
I nominate Larry.
I can take Cheddar's spot.
Yeah.
I nominate Larry.
Is Larry going with y'all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Larry's part of the crew.
Hell yeah.
Who is all going?
It's basically 4 and 4. Dallas is us two,
that's true,
Jace
huh?
and friends, and then East Texas is Cody, Jacob, Larry, and Chance.
Okay.
So 8 total.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Nice and toy.
It was bigger last trip, right? Y'all had 10,
we said
12
Trent.
people?
Same,
We had
same
9.
crew plus Trent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had a lot of stragglers, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but a lot of people jumped on the trip with us. We didn't have the beer.
Oh,
Yeah, it was, Jeremy rode with us for a few days.
a lot of
we had dudes
hitchhikers.
Yeah, we had to do that. But no, that was some of my funnest time was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that
it was,
was
I
some
mean, I'm
dudes.
just saying we had people Pop
We're
in and
Taylor
pop out.
Road with this for a day. Yeah, it was cool. And I honestly, I hope it's the same way as we get a little closer. I'll probably start putting feelers out. Hey, if we're without trying to give the whole route, step by step, but putting it out if you're gonna be around this area. And is his name Dennis, the one in White Salmon, the customer, the guy we met in Milwaukee, or I met in Milwaukee.
I met him too.
Yeah, we're saying, yeah.
Guy.
What's his name?
Oh, Bruce.
Bruce.
Yeah. Dude, he
Bruce
said,
hit it.
he actually texted me a while ago because he's up there. He sent me a picture of the weather in Pacific Northwest. But no, he told me like he got a whole bunch of fucking I think it was trout or some I don't know if it's trout. I don't fucking know, white salmon or some shit. Let me see the message.
Probably
Fish?
some good ass fish.
Yeah, he's trying to get some king crab for us right now, so that when we get up there, we'll be.
He's just up there fishing for us.
No, he said he
Like a
has a
man?
homie that actually goes out on the boat
Oh,
and
okay.
does the shit and is gonna get us a bunch of shit.
Fuck yeah, that's dope.
So
Yeah.
I don't even
that's
like fish, but
badass.
I'll eat some fucking cool fish. Some fresh fish.
I bullied
love
him into
fish,
coming to the camp out.
Huh?
I bullied him into coming to the camp
Oh,
out.
no shit.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I just kept talking shit to him, like, dude, you call yourself a biker? Like, I'd your bike. It'd be dope. Don't get me wrong. It would be dope for him to ride the bagger because he's the one that bought my bagger. It would be dope to see it pull up into the campground.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
100% yes.
Park it next to the new hoopty.
And it just rode down from Oregon.
Yeah.
That's going to be bad.
He did put crash bars on it, though. I don't know how I feel about that.
Shit.
He probably hasn't heard those podcasts yet about my crash bar
No.
issues.
What kind did he do?
He did I think he did the Santora one.
Okay.
That's
I
my
like
first
it. I like
performance
those.
kit right there.
Yeah.
So. Gotta have crash bars.
Well, I mean, y'all motherfuckers crash all the time. I need them. All three of y'all all three of y'all had the fucking scooter.
Yeah, we did, huh?
That scooter's been molested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all were all scooter boys.
Still upset we never.
It barely
put a
works. I can't
fairing
even
on
close it right now. It's all fucked up.
That scooter just got it lived a good life.
Yeah, it did its
Yeah.
job
You know?
for sure.
It's still around. Anyone needs it in the local vicinity.
So
Hopefully no one
it
has.
was y'all three,
Trent.
Trent and Cuddy.
Cuddy used it for
Oh,
a while,
yeah,
too.
Cuddy
'Cause I
did.
had to ferry it from Cuddy to Trent.
What about Cano? He didn't need it,
No.
right?
No.
Dude, you know how weird it is
ankle
being the
breakers,
only
yeah.
dude. Me and Matt are the only dudes that haven't wrecked.
Dude, keep it going. It's
Yeah.
like I'm scared. Dude,
Yeah.
Real talk, like I'm scared. Like I do not want to go down again. It just sucks. It just sucks, man. There's nothing fun about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Fucking laying on the hospital bed and your whole back is covered in road rash.
Yeah.
But you have to like sit up and they just rips all your
So
skin off.
how like the whole you coming to Sturgis thing? Like how did that play out? Like how was it?
Last minute decision. That's what I do, baby.
Yeah,
That's what I do. I just fucking,
such a Sax move, right?
Yeah. I was wasn't gonna come. Didn't have funds. Well, I did, but not enough to like where I came back I would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I told her I was leaving. She was like, fucking do it. And put my bags on my bike, packed it down, and just left that day. And I ended up staying in somewhere in Nebraska the first night. And then the next day, that's when
How
it
was
all
it
unfolded.
like doing it solo? Like just was it not a little nerve wracking because you hadn't done anything like that before, right?
No. It was a little. I mean, it was kind of because I had a destination and I was going, like, I knew where all my friends were at. It's like, got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't too worried about anything. My bike was running fine.
That first day getting to Nebraska, was it badass? Just riding by yourself and
It was nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice, the whole solo travel aspect. But from here to Nebraska, there's not shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was nice though, because I was just in my head the whole time.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to. I've always wanted to actually put miles down, do a big trip. I've never been able to do a big trip with you guys, and that's why I was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing this." Just sucks it ended up that way. But next time.
Yeah, well, fuck. Now you're closer.
Yeah.
Sturgis, anyways.
No, I'm
Not
really.
way
I
closer.
am
Still 800 something miles.
I'm like 3 hours closer.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still 9.5 hours to get there from.
So
Salt Lake.
I left Sturgis. When I left Sturgis at this past one, I went straight to Salt Lake, and it was it wasn't 800 miles. It was less. It was like 600 miles, I think. I don't know. I made it from. I went to Legends, got the suspension put on, then went back to Winton's place to get all my bags on the bike, and left by like 12:31. I think it was 12. I left at 12, and I made it to Salt Lake at 10. And me and Ben, not interesting Ben, sat down and had some whiskey together.
You need to bully Winton into coming to the camp out.
I don't know if we have space for whatever RV he's going to bring. Winton and his crew would absolutely fit in at the camp out 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only reason that I really want to go to Sturgis that I'm trying to really squeeze Sturgis in is to hang out with him again.
That whole crew,
yeah. I like him so much.
Him and Scott and all those guys.
Yeah.
Cool whip. Yeah, those. But like I said, those are the guys that I wish would come to the camp out, because if they actually figured out how to do it to make themselves comfortable there, whether it's like doing the RV thing or something like that, they would fucking
I would think that would be a no-brainer as far as having an RV drop there.
Because it sounds like on paper, when you tell a lot of people about the camp, I was like, I don't want to camp. It's like, well, you don't necessarily have to stay in a tent.
You can glamp for sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I don't know, like certain people have the personality where they're going to do fine at the camp out. You know what I'm saying? Like they're able to put themselves in conversations or carry a conversation, or they're just like, they got the vibe, and that vibe is going to flourish at the camp out, right?
Yeah.
Some people won't sleep the whole time.
Yeah.
Mark Matthews.
Just to confirm, there's somebody's asking me about it. So if you're tent camping, driving in, your old lady's bringing the truck, and you're riding the bike, and y'all are just tent camping, you don't need to make a reservation.
Yeah.
Just show up, pay the people. If you get there late, do it in the morning, but you just show up, and it's first come, first serve as far as spaces. Cabins and RVs, which double check with K River, but the last time I heard, cabins were already spoken for. But again, there's always last minute cancellations, so don't take it from me. Feel free to call them and double check. And RV spaces are what you need to make reservations for. Get in touch with them as soon as possible. But if you're just showing up with a car, truck, or motorcycle and camping, just show up. No plan. You don't have to anything in advance.
I'm planning on doing like a little weekend either ride or just drive up there to like talk with them and work out some things, because I think it'd be dope too if we can make it to where people can ship their tent or something there. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they would get it shipped back out, because I wouldn't want to burden them with taking a bunch of packages to, who knows where to ship it back. But the way I look at it is, you can go to like Academy or Target and you can get a decent tent for less than $100, right?
All day.
Yeah, you can get one for like $35, right? Like a
Yeah, I mean,
two-man
you can
tent.
get like a little small one, but like if you're camping for a couple nights, like you can get you a good sized tent to put all your shit in and just ship that there, and then just be like, you know what? That was my hotel. I'm good with it. I'm going to leave this tent here, whatever, and just donate to the grounds.
Yeah.
You don't have
He
to
should
worry
just donate
about
to a trash can. They have to pick it up. They're just pissed off.
Yeah,
about
that or, man, I feel like there will be enough local people there with vehicles that make friends with somebody and have somebody ship it back to you, and you PayPal them or whatever, work it out. But I don't know. I feel like
I look at it like
that's
the
your
same.
biggest worry. Come on, man.
I look at it the same way I looked at. I used to tell about people doing T-shirts. Like if you go on a bike trip, buy a pack of T-shirts, buy a pack of underwear, and throw them bitches away after you wear them. That way you don't have to carry all that funky, sneaky ass shit in your bags. Same thing with the tents. Like if you're loaded out, if you're going if you're fucking smashing miles to get the camp out over 1,000 miles, maybe you need a lot more shit on your bike than in that tent to be in a comfortable space is going to be huge, right? Maybe you're going to deal with it and you're not worried about it. Maybe you're, spending $100 and then throwing it out the window after 4 days of camping is, you know what I mean?
They got washers and dryers there too.
You know how many times I left tents somewhere?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Everybody's got different budgets, and if the thought of that just drives you insane, somebody local can get your tent shipped back to you. If
Fuck that. Just get a small tent, throw it in your bag or whatever, and just bring it all. It's all you need is a sissy bar. You can bring a whole goddamn weekend's worth of shit.
What are those
3 days.
single tents?
Those tents, I don't know why anybody buys those things. I think
I did that
I'm
for
telling
the
you,
first
interesting
two
bins.
person tent, it's like $40 maybe.
Yeah.
Those are the best. They're same thing. I don't know why the fuck you do that cocoon looking thing
cocoon one,
with all the things. And the other one is 2 fucking poles, and it pops up, and it's more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got enough room to.
You
lay.
can actually change your clothes in
Yeah,
it.
you can't fully stand up in them, but you can have a bunch of bullshit in the tent if it starts to rain or whatever, and you can still sleep comfortably. It's those. Yeah, I don't know why anybody would.
Talking about this shit, we need to like revisit
I
our
got invited to in Florida.
Our big trip, because we did the sit down and talked about all the places we're going to stay, and we've kind of just left it alone since then.
I thought we were at the point where we all just owed James some money, which I need to get to him.
Fuck yeah. God damn it, I owe money.
Yeah.
I paid him
How much did you pay him?
$5.
5? Fuck.
That's what I did. I mean,
All right, guys, have y'all heard about our Patreon? Your boy is broke. These teeth are costing my ass, dude. They are kicking my ass. I'm supposed to be on not Thrashing, but Two-Lane Life's live thing next week. They asked me to do it tomorrow. I was like, I'm getting like my front teeth pulled out tomorrow night. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be video ready. Not that I am now, but like that's going to be weird. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be on medication and stuff. And
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be fun, but shit. So, Sax, man, lived your whole life here, right?
Whole fucking life.
Since you met us, doesn't have to be one, but what has been some of your favorite memories with the crew in the last 4 years or
Well,
so?
definitely the camp out in itself has been like one of the core things that, obviously that pulled us all together was the camp out. But, I don't know, not even just that, just the small things,
Because I when you get done, I have memories of that I want to share with you that I've had a fun time, and while y'all can think of some too, and they'll probably overlap a little bit. But go ahead.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I got like 5 times where I was like, you kind of helped make the vibe better.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
but that one time when we all went to Austin, or mine,
That was one of mine.
Obviously, it was a last minute decision. I fucking jumped in the car with you guys.
Oh yeah.
But
Yo,
That was a fun time.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
That was a fun trip, dude.
uncomfortable.
Kyle almost
ride
kills a
there.
guy.
I fucked him up and his gay shoes, dude.
Get that P. Terry's in him system. He starts seeing fucking red, dude.
But no, we're all fucking laying on floors or couches that morning, all fucking hungover.
And done.
And then the room service knocks on the door. Room service. And then it's like quiet for a second. And then you just hear Jace. I forgot about like, what the fuck?
That'll get her attention.
Yeah. Nobody
I was
gets
hoping
up.
somebody would handle that. That's my. This is not my job. Fucking noise.
I forgot all about that shit, dude.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Well, that same fucking night that we were all down there, man. Like, I don't know. I got so many great memories from that one fucking night on 6th Street. You know what's crazy? We had a fucking blast down there, and we have not done it again. Fuck the rally, not the rally, but the Easy Rider show we went to. All of our best stories, none of it came from actually being there at that fucking show. It was all the shit we did on 6th Street.
Shenanigans,
dude. That because we were all just now really starting to become closer friends with Cody and those guys. Because Jacob, I think, was there too, right? I know Cody was there.
So long ago, man. I can't remember.
E6 dudes had their own room, I think.
Yeah, but I can't remember who all was all there. If it was like Jacob, BA, Larry, and those guys, or no, I know Aaron was there because he bought me a shit ton of beer. So Aaron was there.
Oh no, okay.
AA Ron.
I rode down there with Trent, and then he left.
And then you came back with us.
He left the same day, I'm pretty sure, and I was like, "Fuck
That's
that,
right.
I'm staying."
That's right.
That was one of the last times my brother hung out with us.
Was he there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
dancing
You
with
and him
you.
were standing in the back of that fucking,
Oh yeah. Okay.
a fucking whatever James had.
It was an Acura. It was I don't know the model.
Yeah, it's
TL or
MDX,
something,
like one of those
Yeah, but it
SUVs.
Yeah.
Man, it was tight, but it was fun.
It was a good time, man.
Yeah, it was like one of those third rows that shouldn't have been a third row.
Kyle, Larry,
Oh, yeah.
Jace, Franz, Cody, me, Matt, Jesse, and Sax. You weren't in this one, but I know you were there that weekend. And then 3 strangers, and that was with the big Harley flag.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was that
yeah.
fucking
Coyote
yeah.
Ugly, maybe or something.
Yeah, I think it was that. Something like that.
It
Dude,
just says- it
Yeah,
just
that was
says
that
6
ugly,
on my
yeah.
thing. but
man,
yeah.
so this is like the weirdest fucking thing, but like all that shit we did back in the, even like when us 3, not you, Sax, but us 3, when we all went to Nitty Gritty that time, that first year.
Oh, yeah.
And I even told James, I was like, man, I want to go ride down with y'all 2 because I didn't know you guys very well.
Right.
And I got stories of y'all motherfuckers, especially you, at fucking that first Nitty Gritty when he stole the police guys' decals.
Yeah. We hung out with fucking.
It was
What the fuck was that?
I
Guy's
know that
name?
East Texas. It seems like as long as East Texas is involved, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was like we'll leave the county name out of it, but there was a sheriff's office, and they had a big, a big jacked up like F-250 or something.
Yeah,
And
Had, like,
shit-
magnet-
all their shit on the side was magnets. It wasn't painted on.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, I'm drunk. I took like the whole. There was a part that they were kind of like flexing. It was like parked in front of the restaurant, and the part like the backside, like there was in the shadow. I went, pulled all of them off. I think I've thrown them away. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think Zombie Mike he was like, man, if they find that dude,
Oh,
like, if you
fuck
get
that
caught with
gay
that,
shit.
you're-
Yeah.
He's like, that's
Put
a
that
county
bitch
or
right
something.
on
He's
your
like, they're
fucking
gonna,
fridge.
you'll do time for that just to make an example out of you.
You should put on your fridge, pussy. Like, kept that shit.
Nah, I don't need that.
Who was that dude? That house we went to? That
it
random.
was
ass
like
house?
What the
Scott or no.
It was like Ray
Doug
or,
or
yeah.
no, it wasn't Doug. It was
It was one of those one syllable names though.
Todd.
Todd. That's
Fucking
it,
Todd.
dude.
That guy was
I
so
really thought
stoked
Todd
for
was
us to
gonna be
come to
like,
his house,
"You want to
dude."
fuck my wife?" You know.
That was that shit was surreal. Actually,
It was.
like
We
looking
met a
back-
dude at a fucking at a goddamn.
And it
Twin
wasn't just
Peaks.
him.
Yeah,
he
Twin
was there
Peaks.
with his family, with his wife, with his friends.
It's like, dude, come to my house, dude. I live like right down the street.
Yeah, the most-
20 minutes fucking later, we're at his fucking.
Nice,
Not down the
nice
street.
neighbor- nice
Yeah,
neighbor.
Yeah, but it was a
we were
super
hanging out in
badass
his
house.
like guest house
Yeah.
yeah,
or
No,
like
it
his
was-
pool house or
And
something.
like all his
that.
like
Yeah.
family friends and like people from the country club were there, and it was like it's a bunch of bikers rolled up and they're like, "Fuck, they actually came."
No,
The
Todd
biggest part was
about it.
Mark Matthews, T-Bar Jesus was there, and he was just
Being
there. He's a
Yeah.
big dude.
Hell
He's
yeah.
he like I said with RD, like some of these guys,
Mark's a big dude too.
Dude,
Yeah.
we
they
have a
take
lot
up
of
space.
not fat. Just
There's
big,
a lot of
just
big motherfuckers that we hang out with.
Yeah,
A
by
lot.
design, by design. But yeah, so that event was a good one. I think another event like shit we've all done together that was. I think the early days of the bike night was always they'll always be kind of special because of like the simplicity of sitting out in front of that place every day and the rollerblade crew and
Yeah.
everything that took
talking about
place.
crater fairings.
Yeah, like the problems that we bitched about then.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have
we
those
didn't know we had it
problems
so
now.
good.
Yeah.
We had it so good, dude. It was the best. And like you used to come out to that shit a lot. And then obviously when we built all this, that was a huge one. You know, like that was the first time I ever really got to spend a lot of time with you, like on a daily basis, like hanging out with you and shit. And like, you know, I saw how like when you like how involved, like how much you took pride in all the stuff you were doing here, like building the shop. You know what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, like that. It's hard to find people, like especially people that are going to work for you that take pride in what they do. And a lot of people will take a job, especially like a job that I offer, which is not necessarily a job that's really going to be a career. It's more like a stepping stone, if you will. To take it seriously and to take pride in your work and like care about how things come together and shit like that. And building this whole studio and all this shit was like one of my fondest memories of my life.
I
you
loved
know what I'm
every
saying?
goddamn
Instrumental
second
part
of
of
it,
it.
man.
So I dug it. I need another one. I'm getting philosophical.
If you,
Yeah, I don't want it to sound too much like a eulogy while you're still alive, but
right.
you do, man. You've just got this positive vibe, and as far as one memory, it's not even like a big one, but I think a handful of us. I don't.
It is like a eulogy.
It is right. Like we're talking about him like he's gone or something. Look, he's just moving like 800 miles away. Like it's like calm your
It's
tits.
still closer than a lot of our people we know.
Exactly. But a handful of us went to Camp Uzando, the one down the street, and you said something as we had a small wait before we went in, and you just made like a throwaway line about something about it's haunted, man, or something like. But you did a
Heard this
thing,
shit's haunted.
and there's one of those things where we all laughed for like the next 30 minutes. We all lost our shit at the door. They all thought we were on drugs because we couldn't stop laughing, and then but literally for the next like 45 minutes, an hour while we ate. Just nobody could get over it. Like it didn't go more than 2 minutes before somebody would laugh at it or bring it up. And you've got that vibe about you where you just always bring like a positivity. You lighten the mood. You make people feel comfortable, and you're gonna do great, dude. You're gonna do fucking super great.
Dude, if y'all love me, just say that.
Heard that shit was haunted.
But that's what that's how I feel. Like everywhere you just make
Oh,
it
yeah.
better.
Heard this place was haunted. Oh.
Yeah. And I don't remember.
And I'm sitting there eating a child's cheeseburger.
But there was something right before, like there was a context that you said it. That just fucking murdered it. Oh, it was the funniest shit I'd ever heard in my life.
Nice.
Campus Zones. What is that?
That Mexican
Mexican
restaurant.
joint.
It's a white place.
Yes. It's like right down the road from
Yeah,
here.
it's just to the left.
It's usually where
Oh,
Like a big
okay,
house
We were all sitting outside.
on the patio.
Yeah.
the house is on homes. I remember the first time I met you though. It was at my mom's house around the fire, and you were Jesse's friend. Who's Jesse again?
Never
And I
heard
was-
of her.
Never heard of her.
showing you this kick-ass sports shirt I was about to buy.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, we get this sports shirt. I'm like, gay.
He did too. He didn't hold out. He's like, that's fucking gay. It's like, damn.
All right.
Jesse,
Jesse,
your brother's
right, dude,
mean.
Your brother sucks.
I don't want to write anymore.
You don't say that. That's another one. That's another
don't say that.
sexism. Hey, you don't say that. That's forever your line, and it never doesn't make me laugh.
You don't say that.
Yeah, we were back in the day when my mom, the house I have now, when my mom lived in it. Every once in a while, we'd just come out there and hang out with Jesse and sit around by the fire, drink some beer and shit. And it was usually like a place where I needed to fucking vent. Not vent my own problems, but I needed to take some anger out on somebody. And Jesse always was my
Punching bag.
Yeah, he gave me every reason every time I hung out with him to just be like, you fucking dumbass. You know what I mean? I remember one night we were all sitting, we were there, and I was doing my normal thing, getting fucked up. And Jesse was there with his other buddy that has
Green
a beard. Huh? The beard dude that was the big guy. He did that PCAB
Oh,
band with.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that guy.
Yeah.
The dude kind of raps. He sounds like one of the dudes from the Gorillas and shit. They're not bad shit. Like Jesse
That band
makes
was dope.
decent shit. But like I remember they were like, he had all these people over the house and they were celebrating like getting a song done. I'm like, one fucking song? And I'm just sitting here like the whole time
Shitting on
downplaying.
him.
I was like, what have y'all done?
Just shit on him.
They're all like having fun, and then Jesse's friend tries to get in my face, like, "What do you mean? Like, we just fucking did this." I'm like, "What is that? Like, you guys are partying, and you ain't even like, you just finished it. Like, you didn't publish it, you didn't put it out, you didn't put an album together. You're not celebrating like 8 months worth of work. You're celebrating fucking 3 hours worth of work, dude. Like, you're never gonna go anywhere with this type of attitude." And I just started going,
Shit.
Fucked.
Shit on him.
I loved it. I needed it. I needed someone else to, beat
up.
down.
We get it, dude. You took out all your bullshit on your brother.
That one time me and him fought, though, man, I just wasn't ready for that. He didn't get me.
I was like, you beat that ass
Yeah,
or
did
what?
y'all actually threw hands?
We never got to that. It was more like a heavy breathing,
Fucking grabbing each other's shirt. It's like,
That was Fat Jesse days, huh?
Oh, that was Fat Jace too. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fatter now, so skinnier Jace. Jesse's still fucking fat. What are you talking about? He's not skinny.
Oh, He's getting stronger though.
The boy got some.
Hey, I'll
He has to be stronger.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he does
A
now is work
byproduct
out.
of lifting weights.
Dude,
He
he's
has
just
to be
picking
strong.
up everything, dude. He's got to be better at it.
strong as fuck, dude. He's probably the strongest guy I
I'm
know.
not trying to be the best at working out.
Yeah.
Who's that? Kenny Powers?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Kenny Powers.
Probably be the best at.
At working out. But you
Trying to be
said
the best
something
at
about lifting
exercise.
stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, those old days, man. Like, I don't know. Jesse still, when he comes around, like I still get triggered. Like, I want to talk shit to him so bad.
I literally haven't
It's my
seen
thing
him in
with
a
him.
while now. Is it maybe the
He came to
Dave
bike
and
night.
Buster's thing?
He came into bike night once.
Man, I might have missed him then. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I haven't
I
seen
mean,
him
it was
bike night
like
since
fucking a
before
year
COVID.
ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
He came out like
He
it
showed
was
up
like
with his-
right
with his
when
chick.
COVID started, basically.
No, he came to the shop on Sunday, I believe, and he kind of sanded some parts for me. You know what I'm saying? And told me what he was trying to do, and I just like bit my tongue the whole time. You know?
I mean, what the fuck? How come he don't want to hang out? Does he hang out with anyone? I don't think he has, from what I've seen. Well, you know what? I messaged him the other day, or he messaged me. Just some bullshit on Instagram. That was about it.
Yeah. Hey, if he
mean-
likes it, I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, pretty
he
much.
still has that, in the back of his mind, like he wants to ride. I mean, obviously he made a post about it, but
I saw that.
He's
And I was
just-
like, hey, come on back.
yeah, yeah.
He's got a bike.
He's
We
just,
missed your balls, but come on, we're waiting for you with open arms.
he's just on a different path, He's
Yeah.
He's
If he's-
finding
if
it.
he's-
He's finding himself.
Making it through with it,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, keep going.
He'll end up with a bike again, I'm sure.
He's got one in the fucking garage. Put some oil in it. Put some oil and gas in it. It's literally a shelf there. But someone's all
Blow
like,
it off,
no,
dude."
I don't want to. Dude, it'll blow up. It's been sitting too long. Oh, okay, yeah. It's not like you have the fucking Harley whirl at your hands to help you fucking start a bike. No, my friend
Kyle, this sounds
Paul's
like
I'm sorry. Yeah,
this sounds like
I'm on a fucking
this sounds like
tangent.
mansplaining, dude. You better
I
turn
know.
it down.
Yeah,
I
you better watch
fucking
out.
know,
Jesse
dude.
doesn't like that.
God damn it, dude. What a waste. It's like a fucking perfectly good bike. It's just sitting there fucking sucking its own cock.
What is it? 883?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice little fucking, what is it?
Iron?
Sporty?
No,
It's a sporty.
well, it's a fucking, the 48, I think.
Oh, 40. That's 1200.
No, then you're right. It's
No,
a
it's
fucking, I don't know. It's a
83.
fucking gay ass sports. Who cares? It runs though, and you can fucking
bike,
rip that bitch
yeah.
around town. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Teach their own. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, whatever. And it's not his bike. It's someone else's. But
It's hers.
yeah, I don't want to talk
girl's
shit. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to really talk shit about him. I still love him to death. He's my brother,
He's grinding his fucking teeth. We love him, dude. It's just like, God damn, dude. How do you go through all this fucking
love
shit and
him.
just fucking ditch it?
Right?
You know,
No, it's
I can't
I
imagine it.
it'd be dope if he got back in the bikes. But this is the weird thing. I was actually at Justin and Hingham Highs yesterday, dropping some parts off. We were talking about this, and I feel like when you got a group of friends like we have, right, and all the shit we're doing, we always have so much going on. It sometimes feels like nothing's going on, but in retrospect, we have a lot going on all year. And when you get off of that cycle with us, you miss out on so much shit that you don't get to kind of evolve with us. And getting off of it and jumping back in, while it's completely like, if you want to come back, like nobody's like trying to say you couldn't do it.
Right.
But it's really hard to get back into the vibe. And I was trying to think about this, and I don't want to say it's an absolute, but how many times have you had a group of friends where one dude kind of veered off and did his own thing and came back seamlessly? You know what I mean?
You guys had friends before this?
I mean, if you think
Yeah,
about that,
no,
like how,
yeah.
like it'd be different. Like you went out for work, but even depending on how long that takes, you could lose that spark as to why you were a part of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very rough thought, but I've just thinking about all my friends that I've been blessed with a massive amount of friends. But as they have kind of found other things in life and gone another direction, every time they tried to come back and be a part of what we were doing, it's never been smooth, if that makes sense.
Well, that ain't going to be me.
Okay, be the
That ain't gonna-
anomaly.
So we all signed $1 last night at bike night.
With
Oh,
our
that was
blood, dude.
yesterday?
We signed that bitch with blood.
I was
signed
gonna
it.
leave. Yeah, you signed it. I was gonna leave it there.
Did I sign it Dragon? Or my name? I did.
You put dragon fucks,
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
It'll
But-
probably hold up in a court of law.
but he kept telling me to keep it, so I kept it. But he was saying basically because you never know if like I'm gonna come back and like basically what he was just saying that it's never like a smooth transition back in. But I'm not like.
Well,
I'm not finding a different path than what I'm on right now. I'm just moving to a different state, still wanting to do all this shit.
That.
yeah. So it's not so much that like I feel like once they do it, they're done. Like fuck those guys. Nothing like that. It's just more of a when you go somewhere new, you have to plant new roots, and those new roots need to be watered the same way that you watered the roots here, and so. You start building a whole different life there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then that life, and then this life, they can come and hang out and party when we come through town. But like that's one of the things like people say like, oh, I love the fact that we're friends and we haven't talked in a year. We just get on the phone and we pick right where we left off. I was like, yeah, for a conversation one night.
Yeah.
But
You got your trying to hang out.
you trying to be in a group chat, bro? Like that shit is different. That shit hits way different. You know what I mean? Like you trying to come be a part of like the Tuesday night bike night and the fucking us going out with the old ladies and shit on fucking Saturday shit. Like that's a different thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like you've built a whole nother life now. Mm-hmm. This chick you're with knows you with those friends. You know, fortunately Shannon knows us, so we're good.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different variables that people don't think about. Like, of course, when you have a friend that goes away. And when you reconnect finally, whether it's like you come back to visit or whatever, the campgrounds, shit like that, we're always like, fuck yeah, Sax is here. Like, that's always good. But it's always like you're here for the weekend, then you're gone. Mm-hmm. You're not getting back on the fucking hamster wheel with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just saying, like, that's just the weird thing.
I don't think that'll go. I don't think Sax will go like that, though. He'll plug right back in.
Yeah.
Hope he fails out there.
That's
I don't.
Saxon be like in his tundra, fucking ready to go. Just like not wanting to go yet. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a weird like thing that I think about. Like I always
Perfect, dude. It's gonna be great.
No, I think everyone's gonna be fine with what he's doing for sure. But it's one of those things that people talk about, like, oh man, if you're a real friend, you know, then it's this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I think there's a lot more variables at play here that make the shit. I mean, like, if you went back to fucking St. Louis right now and started living there and reached out to some of the people you grew up with, do you think that you're
living
gonna
in fucking Kyle's fucking upstairs apartment?
I don't. It's not that easy, man. Like it's not
Yeah, I
that
know.
easy to
No, it's not.
get back into the inner circle of things once
Yeah.
you've kind of left it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a thought,
I know what you're talking about, but
and not that like that inner circle shouldn't be like. I think that what you're doing is exactly what anybody that has the opportunity to do what you're doing should do. 100%. Like, the thing about friends is like they're just like chicks. There's plenty of fucking
You're
people
gonna-
across
you're
the
gonna
world.
replace me?
Yeah, there's cool ass people you'll meet wherever you
Yeah,
go.
so it's not like I
James
left the only
replaceable.
people that are ever gonna love me.
Yeah.
Like it's not that. But at the same time, it's like you know, like you have to take those opportunities and go grow. And you know, like I like to look at like friendships and relationships as like just chapters in life in a sense. I hope that all my friendships last till I die because that's kind of like the coolest shit in the world when you're. You know, we did Sturgis 40 years ago, and now I'm on my last Sturgis with you guys. Like, there's something super nostalgic and romantic about that. But that's just like you would love to be sitting there at your 50th anniversary with your wife. Like, that's a hard thing to pull off. It takes 50 years of hard work to be able to do that together. You know what I mean? That's right.
Don't stop. Don't stop in Utah. Seriously, I want to see you get good enough. You're extremely talented at what you do. Keep going. And do it so fucking good that somebody else pulls you away from it, that they snatch you to another part of the country.
Yeah.
So that'd be my
the goal,
thing.
man.
Don't just move to Utah and like settle down.
Oh, no.
Like, don't make it like a one stop. Like keep going until you keep. I don't know.
Like
keep chasing it.
I know if I do move there and I love it, I still know that I'm not gonna stay there forever because I just can't do
You can't
that.
say that on the podcast because you might need a job. The podcast gets you a job. They need to make sure that you're going to be there for a while. So just think about that.
Well, money will keep you there. They got to come correct with it. Yeah. You're a goddamn Texan. You'll always want to come home.
Mm-hmm. And like I was talking about earlier, we all ride, so it's different. Like if we were just hometown friends,
Yeah.
and I left, that's different. But since we all ride and gonna be all around the country at different events and shit like that,
Yeah.
I still get the chance to see you guys and like catch up more often than just coming home to visit. I could see y'all more than that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes, like, would we really like Big Trouble if we lived in Jacksonville? Like, would he be too much for a weekly bike night? Or is it like every quarter we get a good Big Trouble fix and we're good?
It's always good to know a good bail bondsman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely don't want to be like that guy that, like, hangs out with them once a month and be like, hey, man, I got in some trouble. And, you're the Big Trouble guy, so.
Big Trouble. Man, I wish I was with those guys this weekend.
Yeah.
Daytona.
Dude, fucking so
I haven't seen a lot of Big Trouble posts yet. I've only seen him on
Yeah, they're probably
he
just
hasn't
getting-
posted it yet.
RG Destroyer's bike. That's the only post I've seen so far. So
Yeah, he hasn't.
I definitely like all
unveiled
the
his
trailer pics of all the trailers going down there. That's definitely
Joe Kidd said
So
it. Real
many,
bikers don't exist anymore.
that's definitely inspiring.
Yeah, a lot of quote unquote unveilings. A lot of quote unquote builds.
I think to be fair, there was a lot of bikes that just couldn't get finished. Witten had a bike being built that Poland's painting right now, and there's a lot of things that couldn't get done with that build for it to make Daytona. Obviously, my machinist's bike, how do you say it? My machinist, his bike, he just couldn't finish it. Weak ass.
It's work.
He's just a bad
Yeah,
machinist.
it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out there fucking.
He's just lazy.
He's just lazy as shit.
Just
you know
fucking
what I mean?
can't machine.
Probably
worth
watching
shit.
HBO Max a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking behind. He probably
Fucking-
still owes you.
He probably spends more
time.
time sweeping his garage than
Dude.
actually working in it.
Fucking breath stinks. Fucking eyes are blue. Hate the way you look. Just
Hate my gums because they black. And then you got who else you got that? So Jeremy Lucky Strike was not able to even get close to touching his Lowrider S build. That when it comes out, it's gonna be fucking like. I told him it's gonna be like the first $80,000 to $90,000 Softail build. Straight up, it's gonna be nice. Jetty was redoing the Dyna, but apparently that couldn't get finished either in time for
That's gonna be
the.
sick.
That's probably going to be one of the sickest Dynas ever, straight up.
It's gonna
And Justin Hingham High is building that one now. He's doing a full frame off on it, and then they redid the whole paint job on it. It's going to be wild. And that's why a little bit of like unfinished thoughts, but we're trying to set up a deal at the camp out this year. You know that big part of the grass that's kind of open with the sun beating down on it? No one really camps there.
Because hot as fuck. Yeah.
We're going to try to set up a deal on Saturday to...
You
Is
and
that
Jeremy
not where
should
he's
do face
put-
painting.
What if
Huh?
Y'all should do face painting.
fucking do that.
What if that's where he's putting the big gazebo
Airbrush
thing?
t-shirts.
Maybe
for the
a crocodile.
family.
I don't think he's doing it there.
Family.
But I will go check it out
reunion.
just to be sure. But the concept is that maybe we're going to try to find a way to set up all these bikes that are being built and will be done for that so that they can kind of be unveiled at the camp out. And not so much that we want to do a show like, hey, first place Dyna.
A
showcase of
Call
really
it a dick
badass
swinging
bikes.
contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it'd be a dope one because it's a perfect timing and you're never going to get a big, like, you could think about it all you want. Like a hardcore cycle show is going to bring a lot of people to the yard. A lot of people are going to be there. not as many people are going to be at the camp out,
Yeah.
right? So, and every year we have more photographers, more YouTubers, and all this shit.
And
So
more
you have,
fucking solid ass bikes.
Yeah.
and so you get all these people there that are going to be sharing and videoing and taking photos of this bikes. Like, you're not going to find a better place to unveil a bike and get exposure. I mean, Adam Sandoval alone is going to be, capitalizing off this for the next 9 months after we get back. So, and with all the different photographers that come out, hopefully we'll see more of, like, Cody Melton will be back. I hope he does, maybe. But a lot of them, Mason. I don't know if Mason's been up there yet from Houston. I don't know if he's been to camp out yet. But yeah, I mean, the more photographers we get to come out, and I've already noticed that we've always had a lot of the YouTubers come out, but they just haven't got to the level where they were, known yet. If that makes sense.
I like that idea of having the painted bikes, the really built out ones.
I want to have them set up so it looks cool. So if you take a picture of it, it looks cool. It's not like sardines in a can. You know what I'm saying? Where everything's back to back to back to shove them in. I want it to be cool where there's
Space
space.
them out a little bit. You can walk around each one.
You can get space and like you
There's
can find
so
an
much room in
angle
that
to
field,
shoot
too.
pictures of it or video it, and kind of like use it to where like the people like. So this is my thought. This is my whole thought, and we're working out details. We haven't done an official Fast Life 5 camp out podcast yet.
5 kickstand pucks.
We're already working on that.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm sorry to delete. Fucking.
We get it.
Really
You got
shut the
ideas.
fuck-
Shut the fuck up, Kyle.
I got good ideas, dude.
So we're working on all these details, but the hope is to create. So we have every night we're doing giveaways. So the way we had the giveaways on Saturday, we're doing that every night. So every night there's going to be helmets getting sold, like given away for some stupid shit. There's going to be Lexins and many other brands that I'm getting involved with this.
Quick little side, another thing that got me pumped up about this coming season, seeing Simpson getting their van rewrapped, and just I don't know, just something about that post got me.
Yeah.
Fucking let's go, dude. The
Sometimes
part that shows the
chill.
backs, zooming in, pinching in, or whatever, and seeing the Fast Life Camp Out sticker from last year, and the one before that, the Serape blanket one.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. It may be dumb, but part of that did let's go. Like it got a little the blood flow going.
Just chilling on the back of that fucking van.
I mean,
alone.
it's 2 months. Like literally, what's today? The 3rd or 2nd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally 2 months from now, we're going to be having a bike night.
Yeah.
No, we're going to be getting ready to have a bike night. But yeah, so we have we're going to try to set this up so that basically Saturday at like 4 p.m. we're going to set up all these bikes. The sun will start to set about 6, 7, 8. It'll be daylight savings at that time, so we'll have like a later day. But we're going to do like from 4 to 8 with the showcase situation, right? Show off all these bikes, and we're all going to kind of congregate and just kind of be around that area. And then we're going to move it to the stage for giveaways, and those are going to be the big giveaways. So like we're probably going to, I'm saying this now, I'm probably going to do like a custom painted helmet giveaway, but not there. Like I'm not going to have one here, you won this custom painted. Like, no, you're getting one of the ones.
You're on the books.
Yeah, you're on the
Yeah.
books.
Zero balance.
Yeah, because
and
if
we'll
you
work it out.
You
if
can
you
get that
paint
shit
one,
fucking-
Fuck, dude.
you can only paint one size.
Yeah, exactly.
2 sizes, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending on which
So
one.
I talked with Simpson already, and they're down to give away a carbon fiber helmet for that. So a carbon fiber with our paint on it. And I don't know what what I've been talking about with Justin, my machinist, and Lexin, thundermax, fucking Simpson. We're gonna try to figure out all these different ways of how we want to give away this shit to make it fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, every night. So with the campouts growth, like there's not one fire anymore. Now there's multiple fires everywhere. There's little parties. At first I was like, oh man, I want everybody to be around, but that's what Giddy Up was. Giddy Up was parties everywhere, and we just kind of would walk around and party with everybody all fucking night. So at first I was like, oh, it's not like it used to be at our camp out, but I was like, oh no, it's turning into what I fell in love with at Giddy Up, right?
growing.
So I'm excited about that. But this is the idea with like doing the giveaways every night. Is every night at like 8 p.m., if we all go to the stage to do some kind of giveaway or whatever, then everybody comes together for at least a while. So that main fire can have a little bit of love before everybody kind of disperses back to their own little factions, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of accepting of the growth of the camp out that's kind of taking place with me right now, because I've been kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it used to, but
some of it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Some of it's
For
inevitable, so you have to pivot with it or grow with it or adapt. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So you just have to. That's part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's cool that it is going to a level, like you said, like a Gideon
So-
thing where it's organic.
fuck, I was talking to someone like, I think I was Justin. Me and Justin had a long talk yesterday. He's gonna be on the podcast next week, I believe.
Hell yeah.
Justin
One of my all-time favorite
Yeah.
guests, no matter what. Like, clear your schedule. If that one's a live
He's
one,
my ace in the hole, though. I like to bring him out when I need to get people fucking motivated to do shit. And right now,
he's
it's fucking getting warm everywhere,
He's your
and I
Joey
need him
Diaz.
to come up.
Yeah.
I need to come in here and tell you to get your fucking ass off your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
That
It
sounds
works.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my all-time, just
Yeah.
the best.
But he said, this is one thing that keeps coming up is like this. We got a lot of vendors coming to the event, but they're not going to be set up as vendors this year. So there'll be a Simpson, Lexin, Thundermax, and a few others I'm trying to work on right now to get them up there. If they all paid attention to Justin and how Justin Craig always says this, Justin, of course, my machinist, we got Justin 1, Justin 2, we got to figure that out.
You got to go.
My machinist, I would not say that he got famous by doing the campouts, like mine, Craig's, up north. I think that he got known because he was there being one of us.
Right.
And his brand also
I
had
would say that for
things.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, his brand had things that we all need for our bikes, and so he was able to grow his brand as well as become a player in the actual bike scene. And I feel like a lot of these larger brands might get so used to being on another side of a table with products in between you and a customer that if they can be out around a fire having a beer or doing mushrooms or doing something like that with some of us.
Yeah.
The way the kind of brand loyalty that they'll build off of that shit is like you can't buy that shit.
Yeah.
You really can't. These dudes are gonna be like, oh man, like
Yeah.
what helmet do I want to buy next? And I'm like, man, I love that new bell. It's really nice. Fuck. But I fucking partied hard with Scott at the camp out. I don't know if I could ever wear another helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. It's all about the quality. Like, no. When you
The
have
decibel
motherfucking
rating on this
people-
helmet compared to this
Yeah.
helmet is this, and the aerodynamic.
Looking at
What are you, fucking
your
racing
picture
brother?
over there with Scott, you and
fuck?
Jesse.
Yeah.
Kyle and I got one with him, very, very similar at Mama Tried.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And I love it. And it's one of the, I saw that earlier, and it was a little mental thing. I was like, you know what? I should frame that. Maybe give you a copy because we love him. I
Yeah,
love him.
so
Dude,
that-
Scott's a good
That picture
friend.
of me, Scott, and Jesse, like, that was the first podcast that we ever put out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
hell
so
yeah.
we were down there at Simpson's headquarters recording that, the very first podcast released. And we took that picture together. And then when we built the studio, Jesse, my wife, and Scott printed that, and they all wrote me notes on it.
That's
To
right.
give me at the fucking when we did the party here for like all the builds and shit. And so like that kind of shit, like that's the sentimental shit I love, and that's the kind of shit I want in my studio where people come in and they get like this history of this podcast and our
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
all
mean?
the stuff behind you. I know everybody probably can't see it, but there's a lot of stuff behind you. It's really looking cool. I've been here 100 times.
I wish they could
It's-
see the thrashing
it's-
poster up
oh,
here. That's
man,
the fucking
I wasn't
one,
gonna say
right?
anything, but I cannot stop looking at it.
Okay, got some big ass titties.
But yeah, no, it's really I love what you're doing with the back wall. But yeah, Scott, like I said, that's a relationship. It's just like Mark with Lexin. Those dudes are family
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We've slept under their roof. They've housed us, and vice
How
versa.
different do you think it's going to be this year when we have Millhouse at the camp out?
Oh, come on.
He's another
dude.
one that, like
Yeah.
I said, I haven't got to the point where I've had a chance to run his product yet, but that dude's family. It is, it's a matter of time, and he's welcome at my house any day of the week, and I know it would be reciprocal if I was in Tennessee.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's people like that I don't care who the other ones are, and you can call it fanboying or whatever. They're friends, dude. Like I said,
Yeah.
family. Like I just said, there's brands that I won't fuck with anybody else just because of the relationship they have.
Yeah.
And
I mean, their
it's-
products are good, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like you get on a Facebook chat thing, you're everybody's going to be like, oh, well, this one's better because of things that they heard. But at the same time, it's like all the products that I feel like are associated with this podcast. I use those when I ride, and you guys ride with me, right? My bike's always good.
Yeah.
Last year I had a wobble issue, but that wasn't nothing to do with like that was like some fucking some other shit.
Simpsons work. I've seen too many friends where a Simpson helmet saved their life.
I got one in my fucking garage.
Like
sitting on the wall.
there's a couple of us sitting at the table. I've
these motherfuckers still wearing those
I've seen
wrecked
too
ass
many
helmets.
people where Simpson helmets have saved their fucking life.
Sax, you still got the camo one?
Fuck no, he sold
It's
that
wrecked,
shit,
right?
dude. He sold that for fucking moving.
Better not get rid of that.
Huh?
That's another one. That's another thing. I'm glad I thought about that because the hood ride too, when Sax wrecked
Oh yeah,
and pulled up and partied afterwards.
fucking elbows all bleeding and fucking parting the crowd on the curb in front of Anvil Pub, just parting the crowd. As
I like how he
fucking
mobbed to the
sports
fucking
limping.
front door.
Yeah, fuck. I just remember walking around like holding my back the whole night. Like, God damn. Fuck.
Oh,
No, that was
Talk about that fucking time. That
you did good, dude. You did good on that one.
it was a good night.
You got a helmet out of it.
Yeah, I know, and that helmet saved my life. I know it seems like a fucking wreck all the time, but
Who are you
fuck
talking
you.
to? I'm with you, dude.
Yeah.
I know shit, right?
Yeah.
Shit, we all been down a couple times. It's
I mean,
the nature
I
of
need
the
fucking
beast.
training. I need a trike, dude. Is what I need.
The first two were me doing dumb shit. This last one's something that I just couldn't help, you know. But yeah, the hood ride, man. That was one of the best events that we've had. That I think
Locally?
that we've had. Yeah,
Yeah, that really was.
it was a good time.
People ask about that still. Like, when's the next hood ride? I want to come down for that shit.
Oh, so many people.
Some guy asked me that in OKC, and I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah,
happen for sure. It's just like this year. The last year, I guess, was just like you had to play some catch up towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
This year,
I mean,
might pick it back up.
it's also like there's starting to be more and more events every fucking year.
Yeah.
So it's hard to squeeze something in like that.
And something like that, that's almost a mini event. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
Like
it's a
you
thing on
don't
Saturday. You can make
That's
it
like
all
a cherry on
weekend.
top
It's-
kind of.
like
event.
you,
Yeah,
you want it
it's
to
a-
be local. Like you want all the locals, like the DFW guys, Houston, Texas. Like you want that to be all of us. But then you want people from out of state to come see what we're about. Like
Yeah.
But-
well, I think that was a big part of the last one, not the first one, but the last one was how
colder.
big the state of Texas showed up with the infamy dudes
know-
showing up and
Oh, the
Houston.
hood ride?
Yeah. And we were just talking about it, and Kyle said people asked, hey, somebody even in Oklahoma, when's the next one? That was we're saying how that was probably one of our fucking bigger, cooler, more successful as far as just rad ass events where you kind of had a hangover, like a high over it for
Truth be told,
a while.
I don't think we'll ever do another hood ride.
Okay, well, remember that time I said we might do this? I was lying.
I think
It's
why
not.
not?
It's because
it's like every 5 years. or
no,
some
because that last one was perfect.
shit. It was. Yeah.
So, and there are so many stunt people in Texas that I don't feel like it's my job. And I'm not saying this like in a condescending way. I feel very weird putting on an event.
You feel like you're taking a bite out of their scene?
Yeah, and I'm not a
And
part
I
of
mean-
it. You know what I mean?
All right,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to go ahead and play devil's advocate on that because it's almost like you're not trying to steal a part of their scene. You're not being in any form a parasite or anything like that. I think as a neutral name that has its own, whatever, as a neutral established name, and you get all these dudes to come up kind of together where, you know what I mean? Because otherwise you're putting it all like, they kind of have to bow to each other or whatever. You know what I mean? Like this gives them a reason to all get together and stunt together with nobody's pride being above anybody's. You know what I mean? It's not a HJX thing and then everybody else comes in. It's a...
Let me ask you
Does
this.
that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That last event
It's a
was
good
so
platform.
good. It was such a fun time and everything came together well. But that was 2020 though, right? So now 2021 was a reminder that the world is back working and there's something going on all the fucking time. All the other stunt events are back. Everybody's doing a hood ride now. I think there's one in actually Utah. in Salt Lake in a month or two. So there's like all this shit, right? I think sometimes when something's really good and it's just a pure situation that we all had fun at, we just need to let that be that and walk away from it. Like if we keep like, I don't know if I have the time to keep trying to curate something like that, right? It was good and you should have came. Like if anything, I all the years that I went to Giddy Up for 3 years. I never thought it was going to end. And so there's people that heard about it and never went, and then it ended. You can't live like that. You got to live like Sax. You got to fucking do the shit. You got to go out and do it, and not put it off next year. Like, you're not going to be the same fucking dude next year. You might not be into this shit anymore. You know what I mean? If you don't fucking get the thing, if you don't do the thing now that's rad as fuck, that's going to make you hooked, you might get into boats by next year. You know what I'm saying? So the hood ride, I think, is a perfect lesson.
He says like that. He just said that the hood ride's
I think it's the perfect lesson.
it's the Charizard card of the bike.
I think it's like, you know what?
Only one.
I do agree with you with what you're saying, but at the same time, like it's you know, to put on that event, the amount of exposure it had, it's great. You know, there was a lot that took place at the hood ride. It was not just about that. It was kind of also the bridging of the gap of the DFW Downer crew and us again to kind of smooth those waters. And that's done now. That's water on the bridge. Like, we're past that. But now I feel like they should do that. The hood ride should be put on by the DFW Downer crew. That's the stunt crew of the town.
Right. Dude, I'd love to see them do it, and if they did something, I'd support it.
I want to support something. So
I mean, look what Houston's doing. I mean,
I want to support all these other people doing shit just the same way that I hope that they support our camp out. I hope to see a lot more DFW Downer crew dudes at our camp out for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, it's only been Zach.
Yeah, and a couple others. You know, like Kenny came last year.
Yeah.
You know, but apparently Kenny's into boats now or something like that.
Kenny's in there
shit.
fucking living life, brother.
He's had a wakeboard boat for a couple of years. I mean,
Yeah, but I think he's heavier on that now.
I know he fucks with that in the summertime, but I mean, we live in Texas in the summertime. Ain't nobody hating on you for getting in some water, you know, as long as you ride sometimes too.
No, but I think that 100% that like when you hear about these events and you listen to things like podcasts or watch someone's YouTube channel, they're talking about events coming up, make it a priority and go be a part of it. You know what I mean? And then like you get to be a part of that conversation whenever it's like, dude, you remember how fucking rad that was?
Yeah.
The only thing is there's not, I mean, what events do y'all know of that are in Dallas that, you know, what events do we have in Dallas?
Like I said, I stand
Tuesday
by
night
with
bike
it was a
night?
cool thing. I understand the
Well, yeah.
kick in the nuts that it may be as far as planning it and the time away, and you don't really get much from it. I get all that side of it, but it was a cool thing, and I'm going to stand by with I like everybody coming up here for an event because it was awesome. Like I said, it was just everybody had a good time.
I mean, it was cool. I mean, we turned out RPM. We turned out Ryan. He went from big wheel guy to
Oh yeah.
Diner Bro, basically.
I think
He was there?
Yeah. I don't know if he rode his, he had a big wheel that he rode down. I know Donnie rode down. They both rode down and you know what I mean? And they just had so much fun there. And I showed them like, look, man, like this is our demographic. This is
and
how
not only that, this is a small portion. This is nationwide
Yeah.
and it's fucking all year long. So like, this is a snippet.
That was a lot of
Good
people's
snippet,
first
but-
time really hanging out with Steve.
Yeah.
And seeing him do it, which I feel like that was a natural kind of graduation to the camp out as far as the MC thing. And like I said, you're right, it'll never be replaced, but I don't know if I stand with if you missed it, you fucked. Like, yeah, you did for sure.
Yeah. I mean, so what, it's just like I said.
I don't know if
like,
you need to make it a recurring thing. Like
it's like I said with the
make it
camp
like a
out shit,
unicorn.
right?
Yeah.
Every now and then, like all of a
Something
sudden,
I'm hoping that somebody had such a fucking good time that they want to replace it because it's not taking place anymore.
the hood ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that to me makes it badass because, you know, we started the camp out, Giddy Up was still going on, but Giddy Up's always been a heavier chopper thing. And I was like, well, what if we did something that kind of wasn't so much like pigeonholed into a certain type of bike with the camp out, right? And because all the camp outs in America at the time were all chopper based, right? You go to Born Free, or there's a couple that goes Kernville, all these things. I know a lot of Dynas and FXRs go to Kernville, but you know, it's just so far out of sight, out of mind for us, right? We're thinking about the things that take place in Texas and within reason from us. Just Kickers, another camp out deal that was all choppers for the most part.
Hey, little life hack pro tip here. Go to any fucking camp out event you want on whatever the fuck it is you ride.
Yeah.
And just go,
It's gonna be a good time.
Oh, fuck. I guess I didn't know I couldn't do that. Pull a chip when you get there. Fuck them, dude. Get there and show up, and they're more than likely, if they're all riding motorcycles, they're gonna hang out with you. Nobody cares.
It's so much fun.
Don't ever be. We've said that before. Don't ever be afraid because you've got X bike that you can't go to Y event. That's dumb. That's dumb.
For sure. But no, I hope that with the fact that we're not doing another hood ride, at least there's nothing in the works or talks, that maybe somebody else will step up and do it, and maybe I can help them with something that I might have a connection with to help them do a better event, right? But you know, more than anything, just like try to be involved with as many things as you can. Like try to get it, because I can't promise anybody that the camp out's going to be here forever. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're talking about like the Undertaker's retiring from wrestling.
Yeah.
Or like Stone Cold's retiring from wrestling, and like a year later you hear dun, 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 dun. You're like, it's fucking back, dude.
Well, there has to be somebody to carry the water. I know what you're saying, and if you just get so used, this isn't again a topic that hasn't been broached before with people like Zombie and stuff. Where if you don't, somebody has to carry the water. This is our time. This is, if it dies on us, what the fuck? You know, that whole thing where people have to do things, and I'm willing to support it. But yeah, just like you said, the day that you say, I'm kind of fucking over the camp out, then all of a sudden, what? Franz, Cody, me, this dickhead, we're all scrambling. You know what I mean? Like we're okay. Well, let's try to keep it. I mean, things just die. That's just the natural order of things. So yeah, do something for your scene, for your community. You know, I know everybody wants to fucking be a chief, and there's not enough Indians and all that stuff, but it does. You know, it's work. It's just doesn't. You don't snap your fingers and it happens. But man, if your heart's in the right place and you have a good idea, people will support it. And if there's people out there to do it, and
man, honestly, like I feel like we need more Indians right now, you know, than anything. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I was an Indian in the sense for almost 20 years in this industry, like going and supporting and things before I started trying to create my own shit. Like it's not like 5 years ago I found my first bike. Like I'm on decade number 2 in motorcycles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or almost done. Decade's 10 years, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm almost done with decade number 2. And so when you think about that, like it's all those experiences that I've had in life that I try to curate and make something that kind of resonates with people across a big spectrum of experience on motorcycles. The camp out every year has gotten bigger, and it's gotten better and different. It's not 1 year has it been like, last year was better than the year before and the year before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's better every year.
Can't nothing beat the first.
It's
one.
grown almost exponentially.
Yeah.
Not quite,
So-
but every year there's a sizable. Fuck, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So with that being said,
we
though,
growing.
like, there's that aspect where it's like coming to terms with the fact that it's growing, it's changing, it's different. Like I still don't want to do the vendors and things like that. I want to find a new way to exploit that kind of narrative. But this will probably be the last year to get in free 100%. Like next year, there'll probably be grass passes and shit like that. And it might be vendors next year. It might grow. This might be the last year of the way we've been doing it, straight up. And not that
the grassroots part.
yeah. 5 years, I feel like, you know, they say, 5 years is a test of everything, businesses, relationships, a lot of things. And so if this year, if we all feel stoked after this year and the vibe is big, then next year we're just going to have to take it to that next level. And I think we'll still have the intimacy that it's always had, where you can get to know and be a part of everything. But the vendor aspect might be the thing that makes it, accommodate the larger group of people. Like, it's easy to entertain 400 or 500 people in a sense with just kind of the shenanigans going on. But if you got 1,000 people in there, you know what I mean? How the fuck are you going to keep 1,000 people fucking entertained for fucking 3 nights at a camp out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
At that point, there has to be food and fucking.
We have a food truck this year. We have one coming out. There's going to be a barbecue thing there.
So I was like I said, that list is ongoing, and that Kernville camp out came up on my radar yesterday, and I'm looking at it, and that's one where their tickets go on sale, I think July 1st, and it's an event where they're gonna sell out. I saw posts just random on Instagram, people looking to buy passes if anybody had any extra.
Oh, to get in?
And yeah, and it's one of those, if you don't have tickets when you show up, you're not allowed in. There's something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Like if you get that last minute, you get an unexpected little cash influx, or you got the time off or whatever, and you go, fuck it, dude, I want to jam 800 miles to this thing in California and do it. I feel like you should be able to show up. I get the selling tickets and whatever, but I feel like you should get there. Feel like you should be able to.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Like, because that last minute thing could be the thing. Like, I mean, that's Saxon's move. Like, fucking last minute.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate sorry, you didn't buy them in time. Like, wait a minute, we're motorcyclists, so this ain't doing our taxes. You know what I mean? Like, I've got the money now but I'm here. Like, that's And hopefully there's maybe some exceptions if you actually show up there, they don't turn you away kind of thing. They just have to advertise, but I don't know. I hope it never gets to that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever have that problem. I think, exponentially going forward, it would be a long time before we would ever max out Adam Sandoval's campground. Like, there's a lot of space there. So we could very quickly max out the amenities there. But this year, he's supposed to be having the pavilion going up. He's actually going to call it the FASTLIFE Pavilion.
No shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. No, I just want to
only for the few days we're up there. As soon as we leave, it's gonna be the
Pavilion.
Indian Pavilion or the
it's
whatever.
like the little sliding desk, the name on the desk.
Corporate sponsor.
He needs to make a fresh little slab when we get there, where we can put our
The
fucking names in it.
BMW, whatever the fuck their new motorcycle.
He's got a burnout pit. Like, he built a concrete burnout pit. You can put a bike in, and it has a wheel chalk, and you just do burnouts on it.
I remember my first burnout.
Hell yeah,
But at the same time, we were burning out in the dirt last year, baby. That's way cooler than some controlled substance type shit.
I want to make an addendum to that. I said I remember my first burnout to be cool. I'd never done a burnout in my life.
I've never done one either. No one purpose.
Poor guys. Never done a burnout?
No, that's gay, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty
Burnouts are gay.
Shit'll fuck up your clutch.
Yeah, if you don't know how to do it, like
Exactly, yeah. I don't. I fuck him up my clutch before I
you just
go.
think it's burning out, but it's your clutch just fucking
just
smoking.
frying.
It's coming out of the fucking bullet holes. Yeah, dude, it's wild. But no,
I think the time you had to help me adjust my clutch, it was like that. I was like, man, I'm getting pretty good at these. Next thing you know, I went to go to bike night. My bike didn't work, and you had to come by and help me adjust the clutch. And the same thing, just from
What those quick
fucking
fucking
be
green light?
retarded leaving sturgeon or leaving like strokers, just at every light. So yeah, I'm a good rider.
Jaden bunny hopping sidewalks, leaving just lower Greenville, right up on the sidewalk, bunny hopping off of shit like he's fucking riding a little BMX bike like a
That
kid.
time with Cano, I'm surprised he's still friends with. We had time, we built it back, but the time of leaving whatever the fuck that bar was downtown,
and you hit his bike.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Bad. I'm glad none of y'all hit my shit.
Well, you just repaint it.
I know I could on your dime. He's like, hey, so how much do you think it is going to cost, for me to pay you to fix your own shit right there? I'm like, just give me your insurance. I don't want to deal with this shit. Just give me your insurance. I don't want to play this game.
And just like that, somebody else got into boats. See you later, nerd.
Yeah, he would never let me ride his bikes.
You know what? You know why I wouldn't? The same reason why when I worked for shops, they would never let me ride their bike. Because I feel like you have bad luck. Straight up, you have bad luck, and I don't
It's not that's technically not even a mean statement.
I don't want you to be in that position where
Yeah, you
something out of your control happens, and now we're both in a weird situation here because
I'd be scared to fucking ride it.
I have insurance. I have insurance on all my bikes, but when you have a custom bike, especially custom paint, insurance is squirrely. Like, you're not getting paid for that shit. So simply dropping it, you know what I mean, like, becomes a thing. And then, you know, it's like sometimes you got to be at a point where you just like choose not to take on certain risks in your life. And trust me, let me tell you a fucked up story about how stupid I was when I was growing up. Jesse is way better than I was growing up. I was the guy, and for you guys listening to their customers, I don't do this anymore. I'd be the dude where, like, you drop your fucking Gixxer 1000 off for me to paint, and I would joyride the fuck out of that thing. I'd be out ripping wheelies on it, like going up to the bike, what's up? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Trying to fucking hang out. And then if I had more than one bike, I'd be the dude like, hey, man, I got another bike. You want to ride it? So one of the homies. And it bit me in the ass one time, though, because I painted it, and I told the dude, hey, I'm going to go take it around and take some pictures of it. He said, yeah, go ride it, no problem. I was like, cool, all right, you can ride it. And my buddy wrecked the bike while we were riding. So I had to fix some shit I already got done, and, you know, it wasn't nothing bad. It wasn't a huge wreck, but that was just like 20 years old, riding sport bikes, charging $600 to paint a bike, and, you know, fucking living in my friend's fucking room on a floor. Like, you know what I mean? Not like, there wasn't a lot at stake, but it was still like super bad things to do as a guy that has a business. I made a lot of dumb decisions growing up that were all impulsive. Like, I want to go ride somewhere and ride with my friends, and I have 2 bikes here. I mean, one was mine, the other one was a customer's, and I told him I was going to go ride it. And
yeah, we've all done that. That's just part of growing up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm still in the same boat now where I don't want to ride somebody else's bike other than go circle the block that the shop's on, you know, like an industrial district kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Donnie mentioned something about, oh man, I've got the FXR and I've got another bike in my house in case you guys want to ride. I was like, fuck no, not that I don't want to ride, but if anything happened, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm responsible for something that I don't even have to begin with for myself, much less you know what I mean?
When I was at Kyle's in Missouri, he offered to let me ride a couple of his bikes, and I was like, dude,
yeah,
I'm good, man.
dude, and those.
He's like, I got
sort of like a cruise lap around the block.
I was like, it's too cold outside. He was like, I got heated gear. I was like, I'm good, man.
No, I literally have everything you need. Now go drive down
not
that old part of 21, which is literally called Blood Alley.
Yeah.
And there's so many blind fucking corners on that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
let me take
it's
this.
too much of a risk from other drivers around that area.
Let me take this $80,000 bike and just fucking ride it on a road. I have no clue where I'm at.
It's just assessing the fact that, like, the possibility of something going wrong. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, even for myself, I mean, I sold my last tins on the bagger I have now, right? I sold those before the down south camp out. But he wasn't picking up until 2 weeks after the down south camp out. So I could have rode the down south. But I was like, well, what if I wreck? What if I wreck this and I fuck these tins up and this dude's already gave me a deposit on them? I'd rather just be safe. You know, it's one of those things, like someone told me a long time ago, I don't remember who it was, but it was always about better to be safe than sorry. And so if you can avoid those type of risks that could put you in a bad place, because think about it in this aspect. If you were to jump on a bike, like one of the bikes Kyle built, and literally just went around the block, the fixing of that bike could fuck your life up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the point where it's like you had everything going good in your life, and you decided to ride a bike around the block, and you wrecked it or you dropped it or some shit like that. And to just be the good human to fix it and stand up for what, you know, you failed, even if it was not your fault 100%, whatever, you know, apples and oranges, right? Still, you're in a bad spot now. And why even want to be in that? Like, I'd rather not even deal with it. That's why I understand why a lot of people don't even want to ride other people's bikes.
Yeah.
and I think I'm the same way. It's like I would like, you know, Mark from Lexington's going to ride the Dyna to the camp out, right? Well, Mark when he came to do the hood ride from, you know, because Lexington was a big sponsor of the hood ride, James couldn't ride. He had some back issues, so he let James let Mark ride his lowrider Softail, his Sport Glide, the whole time he was here. Mark wasn't at the front of the pack trying to keep up with all of us and see all the footage. He was like treating that bike like it was like, you know, a newborn baby. So
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you don't get a chance to be a part of it. You don't get to, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's better.
It's circumstantial.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, if you get the means to, if you get the insurance and the means to ride someone's bike, go for it. I mean, it depends on the bike too. I mean, if it's just an extra Dyna or whatever, that's just kind of, you know, I'll fix whatever the fuck's broken on it. But if it's like custom paint, fucking all that shit, you're like, maybe not.
Yeah, like I've given you shit a few times about not letting me ride your shit, but honestly, I never even asked you to do it because I know.
Yeah, I've let Jesse ride my Dyna to Sturgis. He dropped it twice. I let him ride an FXR that we had just finished putting together. FXR Mike was downstairs. We had just put all the bars. He had I traded him some paint work for him to do all the little nook and cranny mechanic work to the bike to get it ready to sell. And we repainted the whole tins. And then Jesse's like, "Let me take you around the block." So he does. Then he comes in the shop and slides it on the side of it because, you know, he was working on the clutch and something happened. It was a weird thing. It wasn't necessarily Jesse's fault, but he was on the bike, so it's fucking his fault. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to ride it. He could have just said, if I'm riding it, it's different. Like,
Right.
It's that whole aspect of like, if I fuck up, it's so much better for me to be the one in the shop fucking up and not the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yeah. No, that's
To be fair, that fucking street glide got raped. That was in the.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
At the same time, like,
I
you
shouldn't say that. I
rode the
shouldn't
street
say
glide
that.
around too.
It wasn't like it was being,
Dude,
rode hard. It was just
perfect
being ridden.
example. I rode Jetty's fucking Dyna to HPI and it got stolen in the parking lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And fortunately, Jetty had insurance, so he
fortunately
paid
it was just Jetty.
Fortunately, he was rich. But no, like Jetty
That
had
old thing,
full
fuck
coverage
that bike.
insurance, but I still had to pay the deductible, right? Yeah. And it was a thing. Like I was very fortunate in my situation that he had full coverage insurance. Had he not, and I still chose to take that bike, I would have been responsible for a $5,500 bike. You know what I'm saying? And what sucks is I had just sold the fucking first performance bagger I had, so I had the money. So I would have literally sold a bike and then had to give him money for a bike that I borrowed. You know what I'm saying? So you see how, like, there's just things that can happen so quick that you don't plan. I've had one other bike stolen my whole fucking life, and I've always been cautious. And then when I got into Harleys, I never thought about a bike being stolen before. And, you know, those old Dynas, you leave the keys in them because they're a bitch to pull in and out. And so that crackhead knew how to do it. And
He just turned it.
yeah, just fucking. Cops like, so the keys were in the bike. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Yes, they were. But you don't understand. It's
You should have
different.
said no. Nope.
No.
Yeah, no, fuck, I don't know how I did it.
It's
a weird one.
crackhead magic.
Crackhead.
Sounds like some criminal shit to
He
me.
fucking
man.
stuck
Go do
his
your
tongue
job.
in the ignition and it
Yeah.
fucking.
One of my old sport bikes, I had to use a screwdriver to start it every day. Like, you hit like
Why'd you have to do that?
Oh, what?
I lost the key to it.
This sounds like a stolen bike itself.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't stolen, but it definitely wasn't registered in my name.
Yeah.
I just bought it cash, no title.
I think we all go through that phase. I think
Yeah, you bought it cash, no title. Again, another case of some other dude getting into boats or PWCs. Some motherfucker bought a Sea-Doo after they goes, fuck bikes, dude.
he's like, I'm just gonna get rid of this bike. Hey, you want to buy this bike with no title for fucking $1,200?
No, he got it stolen.
I got that bitch for $500.
Yeah, dude, you bought a stolen bike.
No, it was
Well,
actually I knew who it was. My buddy's mom's bike, and she never rode it. Just sat in her garage.
That's why I didn't have a title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you think about like Fuck, what was I gonna say? It was. Nah, I lost my train of thought there.
It's probably funny.
No, it probably wasn't.
It's probably
it was probably
inspirational.
No, it probably wasn't.
Oh, okay, well,
I don't think it was
Fuck
at
us.
all.
yeah.
I think it was just. I think it was bland. It was like before you add spices to it. So.
That's why I
Do
don't
you
remember
ski,
your name.
Saxon? Do you
What?
ski or snowboard? Do you fuck around in the snow at all?
Never done it in my life, but I plan on it.
All right.
You know
Yeah.
that shit's for rich people, right?
Yeah, Saxon's become like fucking
yeah, it's
the next
expensive.
Shaun White. He's gonna give
Jamal's
us
going to
bikes all together.
Breckenridge.
So many,
The Fresh Prince of Salt Lake.
so many jobs up there give you like if you work there, you have free access to like ski resorts and shit.
Bro.
Yeah, so
Snowmobiles
I'll be
are
up there
fun.
snowboarding.
On the Harley ski resort. Fuck it, dude.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm
Sax
gonna do it.
got on a new life. He's out there doing. He's the next Shaun White.
That's
Never
what,
even
yeah,
knew.
that's what I just said. He's gonna be the next Shaun
I
White,
wish I
fucking
didn't
up there
have my
giving up
braids
bikes.
in, man. I'd put my fucking hair down.
Son, dude.
So,
Oh shit! Do I have any more beer over there?
Yeah.
Have I drank it all?
No, you got a couple left here.
so you think we'll see you on the big trip since we're coming through there?
Well, fuck yeah.
Fucking fresh
I'm hoping.
powder, bro.
So that's June.
Yeah.
June.
Late. It'll be the middle of June when we come back through Salt Lake.
If I don't have a bike by then, I'll probably kill myself. But
Don't do that.
I won't.
If you do it, do it
You
live.
ride with one of us.
Yeah, if you do it, do it Instagram Live. Text me before so I can watch and screen record because I'm going to sell it to Live Leak.
He finally hit 10,000 followers.
Yeah!
But yeah, I'm hoping.
We got
'cause
hang.
y'all are
Candle
coming
in
through
the
there
wind.
on your way back.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to have a bike by then, so I can like meet y'all at your destination up north, and then ride back down with y'all.
Yeah.
Back to salt.
But-
Yeah, that'd be a fun way to do it.
We'll see.
It'll also
Another
depend on the
thing.
time of the day, like what the days are, because it
Dude,
might be
get
middle
this-
of the week.
Get
Yeah.
this fucking
Y'all are-
Intermountain Harley to give you a smoking deal on one of those new lowriders with the fairing, the touring one, and fucking
They
ride
probably
it,
don't
dude.
even have
Ride
those
the
there.
shit out of it. Oh, they'll get one. They're Utah's biggest Harley dealership. They'll get one at least.
Make them give you their newest bike for free, dude.
No, not for free. just get a smoking deal. Get them to cut all the
Hey.
bullshit.
Yeah. Sell this to me for like $500.
No, what you should do is you should go work for one of those
No
dealerships
title.
and then get Tommy to hook you up with a bike still from House of Harley.
There you
Because
go.
you know he will.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've been talking with him. I mean, that's
Yeah,
most
fuck me.
most
What am I
likely.
saying? Go to Tommy. Go
Yeah,
to House
most
of Harley.
likely that's
Yeah.
where I'll get my bike. But we'll see.
As
Get a
should
fucking old
everybody.
lowrider. Fuck it.
So with my employee discount, I still got a better deal at House of Harley. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's shit. Well, that seems to be the case for fucking goddamn
Everyone.
most of the goddamn country. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
get
know.
your shit together, Harley dealerships, or they honestly they're selling bikes with or without that, like
Yeah.
to just dummies.
What's this Instagram thing y'all talk about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is no joke.
Yeah.
We mentioned him earlier. Torqued up Trey that won the FXR. The new bike he bought from House of Harley. They shipped it to him to Texas. He never even had to go to Milwaukee. So
You had to wait a long time. But
they
Well, he had to go up there
dickhead,
to
we're,
sign the
trying to do a
papers.
promo.
well, he thought
He had to go up there to sign the papers.
Okay.
He even thought he had thought about taking the truck up there and bringing it back himself.
He
but-
should have done that. It's faster. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's what I would do. I'd fly out there and fucking.
Yeah,
ride
he
it
went up there
back.
sign the papers, but he got one of those the G Harley
Well, I think he-
Dixons for free. They gave him a grab bag.
I didn't even get a fucking G Harley
They
Davidson.
treated Trey right.
So I don't buy Dixons, whatever. But when my homies do a shirt collab, like I got the proper baggers, when I want to put it on the wall,
Yeah.
like I want to get it framed
yeah,
for proper baggers. You know, good friends of mine. I want to get one for the G bike too, but I'm past wearing Dixons. I don't think I could ever.
Never bought one. Never will.
I wear them quite often.
I'm thinking about selling a good chunk of them, keeping like 3 or 4.
Not that they. I mean, they look.
I like them. I like them
They're good
going
shirts.
out, but not.
No,
for
they're
life.
great looking things, but like there's part of it is like the fact that my fat ass doesn't look good in a flannel when it makes it look like a fucking topography map.
What did Donnie? Oh, Donnie bought a helmet with.
Yeah, he sold his Dixon
He
flannels and
sold
got
it-
a helmet
He
from
sold
me.
his Dixon flannel collection, which he'd had them for a minute, so he had a gang of them. But he sold them and turned it into a custom helmet.
You got like five.
You know what's
something
crazy?
for
Like
one
when
Dixon.
you see, you know, this is the weird like flip that's going on. If you ever like read comments. So I think I was on I don't know if I think it was the Patreon podcast today with Craig the other day. I was talking about like the picture of Justin and Rachel drinking the bottle that I posted recently for the camp out, and Adam reposted that. And if you ever want to go, if you go on his Facebook page and read the comments,
Oh yeah,
dude,
yeah.
it's like
Drinking
you're
and
promoting
riding?
drinking and riding. It's like they're not riding anywhere. They're just
Yeah.
sitting there posing on a bike.
For a picture.
And then like
You got to go back and think about those people. Don't show up to shit.
Yeah.
They probably don't even ride their own goddamn bikes. They're just like, I'm gonna fucking comment on Facebook.
They're
'cause I'm
called
a fat
trolls.
fuck piece of
That's
shit.
why
Yeah.
Facebook is
Yeah.
trash.
And so there's that. So there's that aspect, right? But then there's this other aspect where people are like, "Oh, you can count the Dixons there," and I'm like, like you definitely go anywhere and there's Dixons everywhere. I think the burnout video at the down south too. They're talking about that because almost everybody has Dixons on in that bitch, and everybody's like talking about it like it's a bad way. It's like, look, I get it. Everybody wants to make fun of Dixons now, but I don't like the way they're making fun of it. Does that make sense? Like they're making fun of it, like, oh, it's all everybody wears Dixons and they have their tall socks and blah blah blah. I'm like,
Hey,
no.
You don't say that.
You don't say that.
That's my friends.
You don't say that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like when if people are talking shit on Jesse, you're like, no, only I can do that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm not happy with Dixon, but I still love them,
Yeah.
Right.
and only I can talk shit
Yeah,
about
no.
them.
Well, they make a great product. We've all kind of moved past it, or I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it's without being insulting to anybody, it just feels kind of like a starter kit kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
the whole, and not entirely. It's only if you're like, hey, dude, did you get the new Dixon? Like, but
Right.
you know what? It's also
Yeah, in 17.
it's a little bit of like it's like an obsession kind of like an OCD thing, and like I said, I've fallen into it where you're like, oh, well, what's the next one? Oh, I want to get it. Blah,
When's the
blah.
last time you really were hyped about a drop and you like had to? I know
So,
you got
like I
some
said,
of the
I do-
band ones.
My thing is like I
Yeah.
like the band ones and the homies ones. Like I got the G, I got the fucking proper braggers, that kind of stuff, obviously. But like then like the band ones released, you're like fuck, and it's like because they got the suicidal tendencies one. They're like, I mean, the whole thing is a flannel. Like that's what he wears. Like I don't know. Like I like that shit, but. Past that are the horror movie ones, and they're cheap though. They're like $30. You know what I mean? So
The
it's
ones
like
the Halloween ones.
yeah,
are
you
$31
get and if they got nice prints, you know. But like I don't buy them strictly for the whole like, oh my god, here it fucking comes, dude. Like
What I think would be cool is like if you just buy them now and let them just kind of like
My proper
Smooth
baggers
out.
one is still in the bag.
Yeah.
That's the.
oh, we wore the piss out of the
I
lawn.
hadn't bought one in a long time, and that was when I bought again because of the friends thing, because Mark, and it's in the bag. And same thing, if I end up getting a G, I didn't get one while we were up there, just budget things.
yeah.
But if I've been meaning to reach out to Tommy and say, hey, you got a medium? Send me. But if I get one, same thing.
Bro.
It's gonna stay in the bag. And
Tommy, give him a large.
It's
He's
a
not a
fuck
fucking
off.
medium.
That was a medium. Was what the fuck? Like
No, I wear a large
if
and everything, but
if you're a
mediums-
medium, then Sax is a fucking extra small.
Telling you, dude, I wear a medium. You can look at my closet. Everything
Nah,
I have. Dixon's
I can fit
is
the medium, but it
mediums.
is tight around
It's-
the belly, boy.
If it's like if I'm at my worst, it gets
I hate.
all tight. But no,
I hate
it's-
that I look
medium
at
fits
you
me
two
good.
and think I'm about your size,
Dude,
and then
Mine
I
are pretty
see
fucking
myself
close.
in videos and shit. I'm like, I'm fat.
I keep looking at this camera right here and just seeing this fucking gut, boy.
Let me see. Nah, you ain't got no gut.
I'm waiting for it to pop up, dude. It's there.
No, it's a weird one, man.
These are the t-shirts.
Like man, you know what's crazy? So I posted those pictures I took of the bike yesterday, dude.
Came out super sick. I didn't like put it in a story or anything, but
Those
dude, they came out really good.
Yeah,
you said
I'm proud.
You got a couple good ones.
I'm
and
proud.
Fuck you weren't lying, dude.
I'm proud, and you know what's fucking? I was telling Sax about this earlier. Is like Instagram's throttling back all their photography or photos, right?
Yeah.
They want you to make videos about everything.
They want to be TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, these photos are good. And whenever I would do some of these back in the day, they'd get like fucking tons and tons of likes and shares and things like that. And it's not that that matters. It's more of like, there's a lot of badass new products on this bike. The dude that built the bike, I want to show him love. I don't need the extra followers. I'm good.
I didn't. He was at bike night the other
But
night.
them-
I didn't meet him, but
Yeah.
I did notice a lot of the stuff on the bike as I was scrolling through the post that had multiple pictures. It was each one, and I'm not typically
Dude, I
super great
got
at that.
60 photos of that bike that are bangers in my phone right now to drop. But obviously, I don't want to just flood
blow your
the
load.
fucking thing. But
Well, I was noticing,
That bike is
like I said,
fucking
all the
dope.
like-
I was
really
noticing a
like
lot of parts and stuff like that
Yeah.
that were so just stuff you don't typically see.
And like I was telling you earlier, like Instagram wants the 5 to 15 second videos. Those are the ones that they're fucking pushing.
Yeah.
Like, so with your pictures, you could easily make a small video, like
Yeah, but that's
how
just
they
trying
like
to.
zoom
know,
in and out and shit.
You're not
like
lying about that. The broken when we went riding on Christmas Eve day, the little broken foot, the Aerosmith, same thing. 10, 15 second little clip. By far the most view. Like I'll just randomly get 4 or 5 likes at it at a time. And like it's by far all the cool party ones. The ones I try to do long, like really fucked with the song. Like
Yeah.
that one for whatever reason they push it.
I feel like the reels that I know the reel that I made for the camp out and the reel you made for the camp out, I thought they
Yeah.
were fire, right?
Yeah.
30 seconds. And I think it was like the first reel I ever did was the camp out reel. And
yeah, that was my first one.
and the one that I put out, the song was perfect. The beat, the fucking like came to the point. Fucking Moss Glide sitting there fucking chugging a bottle of fucking syrup to win that helmet.
Yeah.
And then dropped it, and the beat dropped right when he dropped it. And then you're like fucking hype man behind him and shit. It was it was so fucking good. And I'm like, I feel like originally reels had that vibe. We were all trying to we were all like conscious, like we got to film all day. You know, we did it on the trip going to New York. We did it when we went to ESR, right? We're trying to get all this shit because we want to make a reel like Steve did at fucking sit down. Steve did at
For
Daytona.
yeah.
And then you realize like, oh no, nobody cares. Like,
No, they
just
do.
10 seconds of like mindless bullshit. That's all it is. It's
Dude, literally
fucking
everything
mindless.
you scroll through on Reels is just dumb shit and has like fucking hundreds of thousands.
Oh, yeah.
Those are,
like-
but to me, that's like I also
Well-
that's the trying to be TikTok people.
Yeah.
I don't even fuck. There's just
I
a
watched-
whole look at those from the very beginning that I immediately fuck with. I don't.
Yeah.
I watched Sax's for the fucking Houston bike night. That one was sick.
Yeah.
With Rickshaw Billy and the boys.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that
Yeah,
one's
I
fucking sick.
that's probably my favorite.
And that
video.
song hits too because
Yeah,
the
that
fact that
song
that's the
made
band
it.
that's that played there, dude, and like you can throw that song into there and it just fucking.
Yeah.
It's a new song. It's not some like nostalgic shit. It's just some new
Yeah.
shit that fucking hits
We-
just right with it. And it's just
when I
it's-
did that podcast with
fits
Craig
together.
over the weekend that we put on the Patreon, he brought up the fact I didn't even know this. The mercenary motorcycle dude's got another video. I thought the video that I took went fucking viral, and I'm like, yeah, I got the video. You know
It just
what I mean?
keeps hitting, yeah.
Theirs was on another level above my video, right? Their shit got like 6 million fucking views. My shit's hitting like 300 grand. I'm like, okay, got the boom in the fucking, got the boom in the trunk. Did it, bro? Okay. And then like Craig burst my bubble so bad on that podcast, and I had to go check it because I'm not talking. No, they didn't. Nuh-uh. You don't say that. And I looked. I'm like, goddamn, 6 million views. Goddamn.
What
Steve.
reel are you talking about?
The burnout
South.
reel at the Down South.
Yeah.
Sit down, Steve.
Oh,
That
okay.
one's that's
That
one
one's
of those
made
ones
Their
that-
video.
That
Their
one's made
video
its
was
fucking rounds though.
mine made rounds. Obviously, nothing like theirs made rounds. But what they got that was gold is the part at the end of it after because they turn and start walking out and they catch the chick going, "Get the fuck out!"
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I think
on
it's
mine.
that and like that's one of those like hate watch videos for some bikers that like other bikers love watching it. Like that's one of those ones that hits either one way or the other. It's like that's so disrespectful. You
I don't like-
disrespect-"
Yeah.
So-
fucking jerk off motion, dude. Like
My video is the biggest reel I've ever done as well. But I don't like.
congratulations.
I don't like the fact that it's it's on something that's not as inspiring as something
Right,
else. Like I would
right.
rather.
It doesn't hit you in the feels like this picture right here.
Yeah,
is like,
I want the
so
shit
much
that like
more.
makes you want to ride, makes you want to
Yeah.
get out, makes you want to experience. I would rather the video of N winning the fucking Gump Award got fucking 300,000 views than the one of the cringe fucking
Right.
But that's
you know.
that's how it is. The people that matter watch the other ones, and
But
they get inspired. From
They're
it.
both just as meaningful, though. I
It
mean,
just-
you just gotta
I don't feel
mix
like
it all
that.
together. Like, not I shouldn't say on the same level.
need
I'm
to
just
have-
saying like they're just
I need to have Logan on the podcast because Logan rides. He's like kind of doing a lot of TikTok shit and things
Yeah.
like that. And I've been talking mad shit about TikTok and all that whole
Right.
shit. And it's not that
well, he's just taking it like
he's taking advantage, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to demean or anything he's doing. Like what he's doing, fucking do your thing, bro. Like 100%. What I have a problem with the whole concept of like TikTok and Reels and all this shit is that it's rewarding like clickbait and quick shit and things that aren't meaningful. It's like
It's
cringe.
reinforcing
It's-
that
Yeah.
fucking next mindset. We're constantly entertained, but still, I side with fuck that. The 30 seconds, the 60-second ones, the ones where the more effort you put into it, and if you feel good about it, I'm telling you, people, those are the ones, they may not hit the biggest numbers, but fuck those numbers. You don't trust them
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Those are the ones people will message you about and go, fuck, man, I missed out. Like, those are the ones that really seem to
I want
touch
to
more
repost
people.
my reel for the camp out one. I would like to post the one that you did too if you want to send it to me because yours is good too.
What on
The camp out one.
That's
on
what I
Camp
use
Out
for
Reel.
the
repost
66
it for
days of the day.
for Instagram or
Yeah, like I'll
TikTok?
repost it now because people watch reels.
Yeah,
more.
that's why I pulled it. I was like,
Yeah,
who had the
so-
best footage of last
so-
year's camp out?
So
this fucking guy.
I have the 30-second one. I posted at the camp out.
That's the
but
Beastie Boys song.
I put the full 60-second one that I couldn't post at the time. I put that up like a month ago.
But you changed the song. You changed
No,
the
it's
song.
the same song.
No, it's not the. You used the Beastie Boys on the first one.
Yeah, and I kept it. It's so when I made it, I put it in the chat for
Well, then you
everybody
did
to
another
see.
one. What's the one with Steve where it's the get this? Where he's like, I like buttholes.
Oh, that was this. That was the second video. That was like the night video. That one was shitty. I didn't really like that.
I
Video.
like it.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah. Song was a little like, okay, all right.
what's a
But-
TikTok song?
It was a good. No, I liked it. It was fun.
I used that because at the time that song was starting to like trend. So I used it thinking it would like push it, but it didn't do
I
that.
mean, that's
song
like a-
sucks ass.
I think the trend, like, so I've
Ever
been,
been
you
to a
might
gay
remember,
club?
like, I brought it up to you about, like, the song choices of things. I was like, there are song choices that I think fit the video that are not necessarily, like, what any of us would ever listen to, that it just fits.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when Sit Down Steve did that fucking, his Daytona video last year, and he
Creedence
used, like,
Clearwater.
Creedence
Clearwater. Yeah.
He used that music.
Yeah.
That's I don't give that. That's one of those
that shit slaps.
makes everything
Fortunate
seem
Son?
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time you hear that song, you think of like Forrest Gump when he's going to fucking Vietnam, right?
I think of Vietnam.
And so like there's this like traveling to this shit show, right? And
I picture a fucking helicopter flying over
Yeah.
there, like camera just over like the gunner's shoulder, and it's just bang. They're just hauling ass.
Yeah.
The silhouette of the the sun's on the other side, so the shadow of the copter's going. The blades are maybe.
so
turning
for
forward.
us pre-boomers,
Call it Chopper, baby.
we're that resonates with us because we kind of grew up at the end of that era, or we've heard that music in our childhood quite a bit, as opposed to someone that was born in
2000s.
in the let's just say 95, 96, who
I think real recognizes real in that. I think music is one of those things that transcends age more than anything.
I do too, but
And I think that song, a 19-year-old, you put it to a cool reel with cool footage to it, I think a 19-year-old is going to go, fuck yeah.
well,
dude,
that's what I
cool.
like. I would rather take all this music that has been forgotten, in a sense. Not certain songs have not been forgotten, but I would rather find those gems that were like bangers when we were growing up,
Yeah.
and put reels to that, so that like people our age would be like, damn, I remember that song. And maybe it's just a song. Fuck the reel. Like that song fucking hit. You haven't heard it in a
Perfect
while.
example is that dude. I don't know if you remember the guy at fucking Strokers that one day where the AC/DC cover band was playing, and everyone that dude was just running back and singing. I'm just like, dude, like you could tell he was like,
he was
16.
he was transported back to
Dude,
simplicity.
and he was loving it. Drunk fuck, dude.
I think music's one of the few mediums that can do that. Can literally transport you back to a time. That's
Dude,
like,
music, man.
Music
It'll put you in that spot.
Magical.
The thing about like, and this is a fucking dive right here, and I don't know how far we're gonna scratch this, but I feel like a lot of music has, most music that we grew up has like that kind of timeless kind of feel, like we can always be transported to that. But a lot of the electronic music that's coming out, it doesn't have that nostalgic feel, right?
I know people that it does for, so some of the older stuff, but they're also they're a little bit younger than we are. So it's like, I get it, but I'm like,
You would say that?
Yeah,
I would say it's the content
I
you
did
hear, right?
Yeah, I did the whole fucking rave shit.
Like any of that old-
I had that whole period.
there's like a Tiesto thing.
Four-year period of my
Yeah.
life where I was just doing drugs.
And if you want to get old school with it, the Chemical Brothers and like the Prodigy and stuff like that, or I wouldn't really consider Prodigy, but like Chemical Brothers and Crystal Method and like that shit like that, you're like, fuck it, it's driving music, dude. This when you're in your fucking...
Or meth music.
It's whatever
Hey,
you're
dude.
listening to when you know those life-changing things.
Yeah.
You know, when things... I think a lot of that stuff, it always sticks with you, and it'll always hold weight, and it doesn't have to be the best or, the best of anything. It's just what you were into at the time.
So I was into that dubstep when it first came out. That shit was dope as fuck.
I still listen to
I'm
it.
so over it, dude.
I'll still
Myself,
listen to
I'm
it.
over it. Like,
There's still some bangers.
yeah, I'm not saying they're not bangers, but I'm just like, when I go to a death metal show as a post, that's that like robot music. It's really like Skrillex and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Dude, when that shit came out, dude, and you go to those shows, dude, and then, oh man, it was dope.
Don't get me wrong, in the moment,
I saw Six at
it's
Bonnaroo.
fucking, you feel it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that shit hits. Like, I've gone through the rabbit hole, some of that shit. I'm like, I dig it. But some music can take you out of your body, your place, and put you somewhere else in the world and make you feel like that song. Just automatically think, and I think it's because of Forrest Gump.
Well, yeah, you're transported back to a time and place or whatever.
I saw Skrillex live at Bonnaroo, and like how the beat builds up and then the beat drops. Like,
Do you
people
come
would
every
take
time?
glow sticks, dude, and no, I'm talking like there's
shut with their ass.
Just saying, dude, there's 100,000 people.
They open their mouth, it lights
I
up.
know what you mean, Kyle.
Dude, I'm just saying, there's 100,000 people fucking field, all holding glow sticks. When that beat drops, dude, that shit, glow sticks flying in the air.
none of them were varsity
it was
athletes
fucking dope,
either.
dude.
You think
Pathetic.
100,000 people, when that happens, do you think one person came?
Yeah, a lot of people came that night.
Yes.
No, right? It's Bonnaroo, dude.
Boom! And they're like,
I got a buddy got arrested.
I
Got arrested on his way to
Bonnaroo
Peru.
came.
Yeah,
His
speaking
own
of
mouth
coming,
that
can I get
night.
another beer?
No.
no.
It's your own beer.
So I have a playlist where I save all the songs that I want to make reels to.
Yeah.
I have a few
It's not bad.
dubstep songs in there that I still plan.
You know what I've started listening to lately that I never thought I would care about? And you know I'll tell you how I started to like his music. I started listening to, when me and my son went to work, I was playing a lot of, what's his name? Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be good about again.
Dude, fucking dig his shit, man. But I've been a fan of lo-fi music for the last year, right? I love lo-fi. YouTube lo-fi playlists, throw it on there. And it's not like a song, oh, that's that fucking jam. Like, no, it's just a vibe, right?
Chill.
I feel like he raps to what lo-fi is.
Yeah.
And I've fucking found, like, I like it, man.
Rapped since
Rapped.
Yeah.
he's no longer with us.
But I don't, like, and it started making me think about this whole concept. You know, like all the different people, all the different bands. Just like I'm trying to figure out how to like map out this thought, but we all find something, and this could be translated from music to like friends, bikes, campouts, things like that. We all find things when it's time for us to find it. Does that make sense? Like, Mac Miller was doing shit. He was famous long ago, but that never resonated with me. I never gave a fuck. But somehow, life channeled me into finding his music at the right time, and it resonated, right? And I feel like that's what happens so much in so many different aspects of our life, is that you'll hear about the Fast Life podcast from everybody. Never fucking try it, right? I don't give a shit about podcasts. And then one day you just, and it hits. It's like one day it just works. Maybe it's not the podcast, but maybe it's finally going to this bike, or finally going to hang out with these people.
Yes, maybe you listen to Justin Keller, Joe Kidd for the first time. You didn't know these dudes existed, and all of a sudden you hear them, and fuck, dude, your hair's on fire. You're motivated. You want to, you know what I mean? That's the beauty of it.
I just feel like there's some kind of weird thing that, like, we all, it's kind of a self-aware thing. You understand about yourself that, like, there's a lot of cool shit out there, and a lot of people might be over-popularizing something. Do you ever, like, see something that everybody's talking about on some Netflix show comes out and everybody's talking about it? You're like, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon.
Tiger. I purposely never watched one second of it.
I never did either.
It was one of those where I heard about it. It was right at the beginning of COVID. Said it where I listened to sports talk radio a big chunk of the day. It was
That already makes you gay.
It seemed like every fucking so they got four different shows on there, and it seemed like every show would have a Tiger segment. So I felt like I kind of already knew enough, but I was kind of repulsed and like the little bit I would see about it. I just fuck that guy, dude. That dude needs to be dragged behind a barn and put two in the back of his head.
It was a good show. It was, but I could see why you get burnt out. Everyone's raving about it.
Yeah, everyone was talking about it, and I was like, and like I said, it wasn't like Euphoria where this is just a made up show. I was like, this is an actual guy. And again, I just told you my feelings on this guy.
Been around before.
If it was up to me,
the real fucking
put two in the back of his head, bury him in a shallow grave, creek. I don't care. Fuck that guy to the fucking nth degree. I hate him.
Fuck that free Joe Exotic, and I hope. I hope it's you.
Just because you look like you're gonna be his next husband,
brother. I tell you what. I'll be that guy that smokes meth in his fucking backyard.
You ain't that great. I feel like I know everything took place in Tiger King because of memes, and I think memes run fucking things now.
I do.
Yeah.
How wild has it been? Maybe too real for the amount of beers we've had, but how wild it's been how a week ago today almost we saw Russia invade Ukraine. And all done is got the news from like fucking memes for the last week. Then to find out that half the memes were false.
Yeah. Well, half the news was false.
Yeah. Oh, this one fucking island stood off everything until they died.
No, they said they just died.
I don't look for memes to be accurate. I memes to take a little bit of liberty for humor, and I'm not looking at the actual sources. Shit from the news was straight up wrong for days.
Yeah. Well, the thing is now you're quicker to be able to fact check the news. Whereas back like when the Iraq war, or like when fucking 9/11 after that, you didn't have anything to really check that thing until fucking years later, and then by then you're like, I don't give a fuck about that. Now it's like immediate, like it fucking happens. Just
live fucking video.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I watched this Crane thing kick off just because maybe it was the fact that there was a freeze over there and I was off work, so I fucking kicked it off like, oh yeah, I did shit, dude. Like I've been watching that shit season 1 now, and I'm like, I'm hooked. Like I'm watching, like I downloaded Telegram, I'm watching news feeds through that for people that are actually over there, and it's like, and like when it hits the news, I'm like, whatever, I already fact checked that shit. That ain't real. Like that shit's wild, dude. You're watching war in real time from different fucking eyes now.
First time in civilization. That's everything.
I was going
through this situation.
I was listening to like Matt and Shane's secret podcast. Like they were talking. Shane said it right. He's like, everyone just kind of fucking Ukraine side, and rightfully so. Putin's a cocksucker who just fucking went and invaded shit for like some old man war shit. But it's like, I'm also,
not so fast, my friend.
It has a really good Russian accent, dude.
I can't do it. I'm not good at accents.
But what he said was like, he's like, and maybe that's the case, but I'm so kind of like, you kind of step back whenever everyone jumps on the same bandwagon at once.
100%.
Yeah, you're just like, let's see how this shit plays out.
So what did Shane say?
That's what he said. He was just I'm weary whenever people all just can, like, when every fucking nation is like, no, we're on Ukraine side. Like,
Well, not only that,
not that they're you should be on Russia. It's just like, what's the real fucking
yeah, there's a history.
deal
I want to know if Ukraine was talking some shit.
Well,
they've had shit going down.
It's been an
Apparently they've been
ongoing
fighting
thing.
since like 2014. This isn't anything new.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same way if like with the Israel-Palestine thing. It's the same way with fucking, you know,
And
it's all this old
Ukraine
school
used to
fucking-
be Russia
Yeah.
before the Cold War
But-
ended, right?
But Russia's a major power. Like, you know, some countries in the Middle East, and obviously Israel and all that stuff are fucking countries, but it's like, you're talking about half the fucking world's nuclear power is fucking invading someone right now. So
Right.
it's like,
So Russia, Ukraine, getting all the news.
let's watch this one closely.
You know what I'm loving? Nobody's really. It's just how COVID has literally the last week stopped. Like all the
it's
like
starting
everything.
to dwindle just because of the midterm elections.
Yeah.
But this thing immediately was like, okay.
But has it not, like, literally, like,
divert?
I got an email from our parent company at work
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, by the way,
Well, you know what's
masks
crazy?
no longer required
about like
after
this.
2 years." Like it's this week, it is died. The CDC recently set new map. Everything is okay, back to normal. Like it's.
Well, how
it's-
weird
it's
is it
just-
that like 2 weeks ago we were watching the Super Bowl, all these people that were mask mandate or mask people
not
were at
doing,
this
not fucking doing it? Yeah,
not doing it, right? And like in a city that's literally still on its knees trying to open.
allegedly.
And everybody out there at the Super Bowl is wearing masks, no protocol whatsoever. And then I was like, I want to see where this shit goes. Like, I want to see how they explain themselves with this. And then,
Dude, they were silent.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a month ago. They were silent people, pulling people off of social fucking media because your opinion wouldn't get, because you're saying shit that they don't want you to say. Yeah. And a month later, they're going, oh yeah, by the way, they're just quietly going, by the way, fucking everything was bullshit. Like it's, you talk about like wanting to riot and revolt and everything. Do it. I got your back. I'll donate to that. Get you out of jail fee. You know, pay that bail fund. You've been fucked if you played. I don't know. I don't know that whole soapbox, but
Yeah.
it's the whole thing. They have been fucking you, all of us, for 2 years. The whole thing was a fucking joke. It was never your health. It was never about your safety.
No.
Dude,
had to
again, I
get,
hate
had to
sound
get
like
the guy out of the,
I
wall.
hate to sound like a boomer, but it was about control and just no, and it's magically gone. Fuck you. And if you, oh my god, if you're people that was ever hardcore, your fucking choices, it's my hell.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself to you. Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's gone. It's
So
over.
what do you think, hypothetically, like, wake up tomorrow morning and then we find out that Russia did use a nuke on that? I don't think that the nuke thing is kind of a weird thing, right? Think about it. Like I think we're all smart enough to realize that if you nuke a place you take over, it's not available for you to use it. It's damaged land now. You can't do anything with it.
What's the same reason they have?
I don't think-
everybody's beating their dick
Like how
off.
does that? Wait, I could be wrong on that. How does it work? So like Chernobyl happens, and now for 200 years or 200,000 years, some
Riding with
shit.
three-eyed fucking frogs. Right?
Yeah, but it's still radiation. We can't fucking do that. So how does it work with like when we did to
Hiroshima and
yeah.
Hiroshima.
Are they still? Is there community? Is there a site there?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
they've
It all
come
comes back.
Oh, it does. I didn't know if I thought that the radiation
It wasn't an
stays-
attack.
It-
Chernobyl was an accident.
Yeah, I
so
know
it's-
that. I know the.
The radiation's bad, but I think, and especially really after the fact, but eventually it just kind of subsides and you carry on. But I'm not exactly sure.
Well, how come the video games I play? It's like it's a radiation like
Super mutant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on how strong of a weapon they use. You know, what I mean, they can dial that in to what they want for it. You know, the specific application. But the
I don't know, he's a nuclear physicist.
the whole look, you can make it as strong or as weak as you want.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, for all these people dicks off about Ukraine, you know, fighting the good fight or whatever. Russia doesn't even try. They're putting their fucking
Right.
idiots on the front line, and all they're doing is testing encircling these cities. They don't want to destroy. If they
Setting
wanted,
in meat
if it was a
shields.
full-blown fucking war,
A lot of those
they
that
wiped out
captured have been saying like
cell phone
they
towers,
thought it was a
electricity grid, power grid, water supply. They don't want they want to they want to get over, dude. They're not trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
There's been some civilian casualties, but they're not targeting civilian areas. It's they've used about a tenth of what they have available as far as like
Manpower.
exactly. Yeah. So just calm your fucking tits, everybody. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting on a podcast. I'm waiting on Rogan to drop a podcast. We're
I've
talking
been
about it
listening
to
to a
get.
lot. Like Dave Smith has dropped a few.
Dave Smith did.
Dan Carlin dropped one today.
He did.
Yeah, a common
Okay.
sense. A
Common sense one, yeah.
And he's kind of talking about it. And they're just kind of, they're a
I
little
checked
bit
his
more.
like 2 days ago looking for one. I was like, I wonder if that.
He always does. There's a major event. He usually drops a common sense, but in the meantime, he's working on his history. But like, even he said that, and he was just kind of like, "Y'all, this ain't nothing new. This is War fucking 2.0."
Exactly.
And it's just more televised now. It's more quick information access,
Well-
and it's like, I don't know, like. It's funny. I don't know. It's,
You think we
I just
need
been
a-
listening
you
to
think
so
we
much-
need a
I've
real
been so
war?
inundated with fucking information on this. I'm just like, I don't even know. I can't remember.
When I say real war, that I don't mean it as if the things that's been taking place in the Middle East for the last 20 something
That's what I'm
years
saying,
is
like-
not real. I'm just saying like it's kind of weird, like when you feel like you're fighting a real superpower, like superpowers are fighting. That's a world war.
Well,
is what that
the
is.
reason people are saying this one's a little serious is because Putin's kind of deteriorating, and he's kind of like Hitler was deteriorating. Now he's like got nothing to lose. So if he has to nuke a whole country, but Russia's cool, then fuck it, is what he's kind of saying. There's like a theory, anyways. Then it's just a repeat of history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is where I really start going shooting from the hip. But China fucked up on, or they pushed up on Thailand's airspace the
Yeah.
same day of the invasion, and then was it Afghanistan or somebody else did something else?
Yeah.
So yeah, this one, as far as going back to a real war, it's not likely, but it could escalate into one of those things where literally a world war.
They said that,
that
yeah.
it brings because it would force a lot of people's hands to do something, and that's
They've been over like the Russians have been in Japanese airspace as of recently too, with this all going on. That where there's scram jets and like with China pushing on Taiwan, like you said, scrambling jets. And like,
And
it's like they're kind of like
I think China's the biggest thing.
cat. Like, well, a can will be here and a cat keeps kind of
Oh,
off
dude,
the edge,
yeah,
like-
absolutely.
yeah.
Like I said, it just I don't know. You may be fucked. I think we're all older. Unless it's Red Dawn 2022.
I think the way that war needs to happen from now on is like it needs to happen here.
Oh my God.
See,
that'd be wild.
it's never going to be boots on the ground. It's if anything,
You
if
say
anyone
that, I don't
if
know.
anyone tries to come over here and do anything, it's going to be all fucking in the air. It's not
Well,
going to be. It's
I
not
think
going to drop
like
any soldiers.
instead of trying to cooperate with everybody, it's like, look, we should go all over, figure it out for everybody, and just own the shit. I want to be able to travel freely, knowing that the borders that we're
Never fucking
crossing,
happen.
those that we're crossing are our own borders. Like the Ron Wyken bit about buying Mexico and fixing it up and then flipping it. Like, have you ever heard that bit from Ron
I
White?
have, but it sounds just makes me laugh. And I can
It's-
imagine him going into something like
It's
that.
so good, and it's Mexico, like real Mexico, not New Mexico, has such badass land and so much culture. Like, how badass if we could just drive there?
Mexico is awesome. Like what with Dan and those dudes, they do the
Yeah, it was cool until a bunch of fucking rich people move in there and buy up all the land, and
Oh,
make it
yeah.
expensive and fuck it up.
I'm saying as it is now, just us going
Yeah.
and visit.
I'll pay a little bit more
Americans.
money for safety,
Well, that's what California's saying now. The California
and maybe a Chipotle or something
with
down there.
$600 to spend on a house. We're all fucked. Like, man.
Real deal Mexican food, like that's good. Like, I love Tex-Mex, but Tex-Mex would probably be my last meal, if I had one. But
No.
real Mexican food like that, you got to.
I feel
it's good.
I
dude.
feel like
It's so
Tex-Mex
good.
took everything that was great about Mexican food added the things it was missing. So you're welcome.
No.
You're welcome.
This is coming from.
I love that they don't have cheese on it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Cheese needs to be on everything. If you could put cheese, chicken fried steak, it'd make
I
that
saw
better.
you. We're at Chili's in
Old
Uptown.
Chili's McGee.
Get back
Yeah.
some nachos because they what's the chopped onions and tomatoes? It's the easiest shit you
Cilantro?
can scoop off ever.
Or no,
I was like, I will eat that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Fucking
Like,
gringo fucks.
Cilantro?
What's that onion and fucking tomato thing? Pico de gallo. That's what
Pico, that's what it was,
fucking-
Pico.
it's-
Guess what? I paid for that.
Yes,
Jesus
today.
Christ.
What did I eat today?
Taco Bueno.
Dude, Taco Bell's
Hey,
is shit.
I'm not saying there's not a place and a
See?
time and a place for some fucking.
You thought you were
Taco
fishing
Bell
and
and
you
shit
got
but
you got
But
Matumbo'd.
not in this house,
No.
buddy.
Yeah.
you
But
can't compare that to
that's-
authentic Mexican food. But,
Yeah.
like, to say that like authentic Mexican
Okay,
Mexican food
this
because
I will say
you can't
this.
put a goddamn
100%.
Doritos on.
Had some of the best taco trucks.
Nothing wrong with Doritos, boy.
There's a time and a place.
I've had
There's a
some of
time
the
and a
best
place.
taco trucks in my life in different parts of California, from Stockton all the way to fucking San Diego.
Get it, you're rich.
Okay, Justin. Some of the best. But when it goes to sitting in a restaurant somewhere, never had better Mexican food in California than I have in Texas.
Just the way this is kind of racist. Did they say
Yeah.
Mexican?
Mexican.
I've always noticed that you
I
say
have
Mexican. Kind
I
of
have
like,
a Mexican lip. Mess.
You're talking about España. I'm from España.
You say it like the.
I don't pronunciate everything. I have
Enunciate.
had
Say
the
like the
best
asshole in a Western always
Mexican
does.
food. I don't do that like Mexican.
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 Nothing wrong with that.
There's some Mexicans over there. Dude, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, when you have real Mexican food, everything I say now.
Real Mexican.
When you have real Mexican food,
There you go.
from what people consider to be real, it always just like,
Something going on in the feed.
what's wrong with the
I
feed?
guess it's a robot-y.
No, he's the only one complaining about it.
Well, I got
Clay's probably drunk.
Yeah, Clay's.
No, it doesn't.
Whoever that is probably talking about. He's probably trying to get us to
It's
check
Morse
his
code.
OnlyFans.
Well, no, there's sometimes it does kind of go.
Look at that last thing. That's
Yeah.
Russian. That's a Russian cyber attack.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, we need to wrap it up. We're good. We're good in this spot right here. So, Max, I know we hijacked the last ass into this podcast.
Oh, this podcast was
Oh yeah.
happening.
Clay
So-
just texted me and said that it sound does fuck. And I've heard it like that before. It's a YouTube thing, I think.
Yeah, I think he needs to just close his app and then reopen it.
What you got?
Nah,
Cricket?
I've had it happen. It's a Wi-Fi.
Hey, guess what? Shit I can do over here.
There you go.
So,
Bing bong.
Hey,
you like
yo.
I have no drop frames over here. Everything's good on this end.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Real quick.
all this is good.
As far as if you're in the Texas area, this weekend is in Cross, Texas. I believe it's the Filthy Gringos Garage. If you're not in Daytona, anywhere near Central Texas, Crockett is, I don't know, off 45, Highway 7, probably 35 miles east of 45. But anyways, a lot of the Houston boys and girls will be out there. Filthy
Those guys
Gringos.
headed down there from Waco.
And yeah, they're doing a
For a
shop
day.
opening. They got word from Adam. They're super great people, and like I said, doing a shop opening thing. Saturday, go hang out and do everything else. And other than that, the HTX Dyna crew, as far as I know, we'll do another one leading up to this, do another Quaint Zone probably in March. But the only other event other than this week is the what's it called? The Dyna Party, or the HTX anniversary, the Dyna crew anniversary.
That was before that, right?
Yeah, you're right.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare.
I'm sure there's plenty of chopper people pumping that one up, but they're both fun. I had a good time at Fandango. I think if I do Fandango this year, I'm going to leave Saturday morning, come back Sunday, though.
I've been wanting to do Fandango.
Me and
Fucking
Jones
leaving.
and friends went last year, and it was, I don't know, different. The place where
Y'all
it's
said
at,
it.
it's
Y'all
different.
said it.
They said it sucked, and I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Fandango's Friday, April 1st through the April 3rd through the weekend. That's in Fredericksburg. And then Hand-Built Show in Austin, Friday, April 8th through the 10th. And then the camp out.
Yeah. Or the Dyna Crew.
Yeah, the Dyna Crew thing the weekend after that.
Yep.
Gotta add that.
Cool.
But yeah, stuff in Houston. I don't know, actually, next weekend, Houston, the Performance Baggers, which Steven Willis, one of the guys on that page, I expected him to have a bike in the showcase area at the camp out because he's got wheels. He's been building the fuck out of his
What
road
color
kit
is his
for a
paint?
while. He's painted it himself, but it hasn't been done.
not
yet.
gonna make it.
It's the I got faith in my dude. I think he's gonna do good. He's got Rob Letty's a game there in Houston. He'll be right there over his shoulder, helping him and doing it with him.
Yeah.
I think Steven's put a lot into his bike, and I know there's a lot of effort in that Houston Performance Baggers page, and just trying to do rides and stuff like that. And they're doing a ride next weekend. Like I said, I think it's literally just Houston Performance Baggers, but they're doing a ride just reason to get out and do something. So if you're in Houston next weekend, look it up and go hang out with those dudes. And that's about all I got locally for the next few weeks.
Word to your
Sax.
mothers.
Well, yeah, word to your mother. Sax, I'm going to miss you, buddy. But I'm happy
miss
for
you
you
too.
and wish you all the best.
We're going to have a good brunch this weekend.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
we're
guys
doing
off?
you want to up to everybody?
I don't give
No,
a fuck.
so
I mean,
don't need anybody going.
it's for close friends and family, but you know, whoever shows up, whatever.
I'd have to look at the picture. I don't forget where
See,
it's at.
no one
There's-
knows where it's at still, so.
Keep it that way or what?
yeah,
Dude, I
like,
don't know.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna miss all this shit. I'm gonna miss fucking being able to sit in here and listen to this shit real time. Fucking like being in the room.
yeah.
I'm gonna miss fucking.
You've been in the room for a lot of
You've
wild
seen some
shit.
killers. in
Yeah,
here.
I have. I've seen
Yeah.
some badass podcasts, and fuck, I'm gonna miss bike night and just hanging out with you guys. I miss my family kind of shit, but everybody's gotta fucking move on and do things with their life.
You don't have
You
to.
gotta,
Spread those wings. Spread those wings, baby boy.
yeah, and just
We're looking forward to supporting you.
yeah. If ever fucking thinking about doing something, just fuck do it. There's like, don't let anything hold you back. There's reason to. Just fucking do that shit, no matter what it is. Even if it's like that one girl you're trying to fuck, I'll let you. Just do it anyway.
Take what's yours.
You gotta take the pussy. Texas big going away brunch is at Dots. If you're in the Dallas area, come to Dots this Sunday.
Cut that out.
Dots hop.
Da, 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 da,
there,
da,
dude.
da.
There'll be like 3 more to show.
I'm going to fucking dock.
Yeah. Well,
But
good
yeah,
times, man.
You're always
It's been
part
fun.
of it, dude. You're always part of it.
Always will be. Y'all
You're
don't
the first
forget
one that's
that
moved.
Yeah.
We've had some people drop off, just kind of quit doing anything. You're the first one that's actually.
They show up to
I
bike
still-
day every once
I
in a while.
still-
Like, oh shit, you're alive?
Yeah, they're the first one that's people that I still fuck with y'all. I'm just moving away. So
Yeah.
I can't quit you.
I can't quit you, Sax.
All right. Well, thanks guys, and good luck,
mother.
Sax.
Peace.
All right.